Hello everyone, and a warm welcome out into the middle. We've got the two captains here for the coin toss ahead of this pivotal game in the Vitality Blast between Worcestershire Rapids and Kent Spitfires. It's a gorgeous sunny Friday evening. Great to see so many of us with us here at New Road. So let's see, we've got Wayne Noon, match referee, Surrey Shanmugam and Richard Illingworth, the two umpires, and we've got the two captains, Adam Hose and Sam Billings from Kent Spitfires. Adam, you've got the coin. Give it a flip, please.
Tails, please.
Tails is the call from Sam.
Tails.
It is a tail. So Kent Spitfires have won the toss. Sam, good to see you. Thanks for your time. What have you decided to do and why, please?
Yeah, we've decided to bowl. Obviously a used pitch, but we felt like if we can restrict them and with the smallish boundaries here, I feel like with our batting we can chase them down.
And you won the last game by 7 wickets. Any changes from that team?
Yeah, Fred Clarkson's unfortunately done a hamstring, but Tom Rogers has come back from a hamstring, so two overseas players are going to play, and Tom comes in, and obviously a quality guy to be able to bring in, so looking forward to seeing him go.
Good stuff. Go well tonight. Thanks for your time. Good luck. Adam, well, the first test as captaincy went very well. Any changes from that side? And also, how pivotal do you see tonight in terms of the side's playoff hopes?
Yeah, same team tonight. Obviously a very important game for both teams. Both teams are carrying a little bit of momentum, so it should be a good fixture tonight.
It's Sikandar Raza's last game. Can you put into words the sort of impact he's had on the group here?
First of all, he's a fantastic bloke. He's a great leader and someone you certainly want in your dressing room with all that experience. I think his skills have shown on the pitch. You know why he's the number one all-rounder in the world. He's brought invaluable sort of experience. Had some great chats with lads, so he'll be sorely missed. But we wish him all the best.
Good stuff. And finally, happy setting a total?
Yeah, again, similar to Sunday, to be honest with you, we were going to bat, hopefully get some runs on the board and try and squeeze them with the ball in the second innings.
Good luck tonight. Thanks for your time. Adam Hose and Sam Billings there after Kent Spitfires won the toss. They've elected to field first. We'll confirm the team news very shortly, and confirmation it's Sikandar Raza's final game for Worcestershire. What an impact he's had. So confirmation of the teams very shortly. Blast off is at 5:30.
Bowls to Isaac, and that's driven through the covers for 4. Half volley, to be fair, bit of a loosener, and a fine start from Isaac. 2, and it's a full toss, which he has driven through the covers, and that also is going to go all the way to the boundary. So it's a good start this for Worcestershire. 9 off the first 3 deliveries, 1 half volley. Odd ball again to Kashif, and he's lifted that one over mid-on from Cola Cadmore.
Guided, and it finds the fence. Just a little bit of width on offer, just use the face of the bat.
Pretty full ground as Meredith moves in towards us and bowls, and again that's got good pace on it, but it's nicely played by Isaac. That really is a top shot on the back foot. Ooh, got lucky there, did Isaac? The first bouncer of the day. It was quick. Meredith again bowls. That's a cracking shot though. That is a loose delivery, wide outside the off stump, and Isaac wasn't going to miss out on that.
He's clothed that though. It's going to be taken.
Oh, that's edged. Is it edged or is it steered?
I think there might. I think it's steered.
There's no slip, to be fair.
That's worked away, and that might find the boundary. Chase is on, and the ball wins. So nicely tucked away, and he comes then, and this time he's got plenty of that as Isaac, and he's just been whacked through mid-wicket, little bit shorter.
Here he is then, Daniel Sams, over the wicket from the Douglas end. Big shout for LBW, and he's got him. Very full. He's looking to turn it away on the leg side. Ball run out on the offside. Jack Chantry, the umpire, a left arm seamer himself, of course, had a very good look at it. Took his time.
Fired in, looks for the reverse. It's bisecting the 2 fielders in the ring. It's going to go for 4. It was in the air. It had to be placed well, otherwise he'd have been in trouble. Fortunately for him it was.
Oh dear, right, that's a great shot from Roderick. He's just picked that one up off his pads. Oh, there we go. That's the innovative Roderick I was talking about. He's picked it up again. Sure, again in, and that's 4 more. Width this time, and Roderick just giving himself room and slices it away. Balls, and Roderick is out. Caught at mid-on. Went for the hit over mid-on. Didn't really get hold. Bowls. Well, that's just brilliant cricket. He's bowled an intelligent delivery.
Goldsworthy is back in again. Hose goes this time, it's gone up. It should be a catch for Overton. He doesn't drop many, he doesn't drop this either. Shorter this time, rocks back and crunches that through the offside. Chases on, will the ball win? It will. So D'Oliveira.
Ball again is in, bowl short to D'Oliveira. He's hammered that away on the onside, but and it's beaten with tumbling. Old bowls, that beautifully played by Raza. That really is, that's an expert steer down to third man. Meredith gives it a really good effort.
Last ball of the 14th. And he's clubbed that through the offside. That's going to go for 4. So what could have been his demise, a ball later, clatters to the boundary on the offside. Raza tries to change that by launching it. Has he got all of it? He's hit the rope on the full. He's gone again, he's got all of that. That's in New Road, that's absolutely massive.
Balls, and that is heaved away on the leg side, and that's 6 more. The big man Overton, who's gone right to the other end of the ground, is again interested, running around the boundary. Oh, that's genius, isn't it? That's another brilliant shot. Banged in short by Meredith. He's in and bowl short. Raza is out. He's gone to play it. That's a very good shot from Henry Cullen. Over mid-wicket for 6. That's fine boundary. First. Brilliant from D'Oliveira. He knew it was going to be full. Moved inside it. Little ramp on the full.
And that's clubbed away. Great shot. Well, same again. Tom Kohler-Cadmore up in the ring. Last delivery to Cullen. Rolls his wrists on that. Nice looking shot. Timed it nicely. They'll try and get back for 2. Or they decide against it in the end. Great bit of fielding. But that will end proceedings from a Worcestershire perspective.
Goes to the boundary off the last ball, and that might well be what's happened here. Indeed it is. Wasn't that bad a ball, bit over pitch, but Smeed. Taylor in, bowls. That's helped away for 4 by Smeed. Slightly down the leg side. Taylor again is in, and that's big. Hammered away on the leg side by Smeed. All the way, not all the way. 1 bounce, 2 bounces for 4. And again now, takes the pace off that one a bit, and it's hit away on the leg side, and he's got him! Put the man out there. Ben Allison sent out to deep mid-wicket, took the pace off it, and Will Smeed has fallen into the trap.
Well, he's looked to repeat the shot, hasn't he? In comes Allison. On the charge, it's clothed it though. A chance for a catch, is it number 2? It is! Worcestershire have their second. 24 for 2 is the score. We said Allison might need a performance. He started well here. Tom Taylor with the grab. Former Worcestershire man. That's on the walk to Taylor. Is James Reeves. Strong arm that down the ground for 4. That'll relieve a little bit of pressure.
So that would be enjoyable.
Allison again. Here comes the scoop. Got it this time. All along the deck. Good shot. 4 runs. As that's heaved into the leg side. Has he got all of that? Yeah, you bet he has. That's into the stands.
And just another fantastic shot from Roo here. Just absolutely brilliantly executed. An international spin bowler. This time, wow. Unbelievably timed. Just break off as he bowls this one. Heaved away on the leg side by Banton. That's gone all the way. That one
like
is Banton is inside out with this one and over extra for 4. Runs are coming thick and fast now.
Rather in again. Slow off break, looking to get that to grip and turn, but it's just been sent to the fence. The line's all wrong, that's the trouble.
And this time he has got a wicket as James Roos clips him away in the air. And Kashif makes no mistake, and that is a very much needed wicket. Clipped away in the air to deep.
Well, he's gone down the wicket, he's trying to go big this time. D'Oliveira's running in, could be a wicket. It is. Dolly doesn't miss anything, and goodness. Wrapped on the bag, big shout and given. It's another one for Simon Mir. For years now, as Mir's in again. Looking to launch this one. This is going to go over Dolly's head. That's going to be 6. So Sam's flatter.
Oh, there's one.
Well, he could be in business here. Kashif's underneath it, and it's another wicket.
Wait bowls. Goldsworthy on the back foot. Heaves it to long on, and is caught. D'Oliveira played well.
He's going for this one, drilled down the ground. It's straight enough to beat both fielders. Good shot for 4.
Overton heaves weight away to wide long on for 4. Heave, exactly the right word for that one. Comes in bowls now, and that one's in the air from Overton, and it's 4 more to exactly the same place. And he has, he's hit this in the air, and he has been caught.
Allison again, slower ball, scooped in the air, should be out, and is out. So Ogbourne's on his way. Somerset at 9 down, and they are close to the end one way or another. Whether it's the final 4 balls, or whether they fail to make the end of the innings. Putting salvo as Allison's in again, full, it's straight, it's another single. And that will conclude things. And Worcestershire have got themselves a really important victory in more ways than one. It keeps their hopes of qualification alive. It keeps the team together. And what a team performance it's been, Frank.
Well, Sikandar, this is probably a little bit earlier than we're expecting to have this conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, initially I was meant to be here for all the group stages games, but then the international calendar got moved a little bit. We were supposed to play 2 test matches and then the ODIs. Now there's only 1 test match and 3 T20s have been added, so yeah.
For anyone that's missed it, the reason you're departing is to go and represent Zimbabwe, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've got an ODI starting on Monday, and that's the only reason why I'm why my stint with Worcester has been cut short, but it has been thoroughly enjoyable, and I've really enjoyed my time here.
International honours is something that I know you personally value massively, isn't it? And that's a huge part and the reason why you're unfortunately having to leave us.
Yeah, certainly. It's I made a promise to Zimbabwe that I'll play half of the test matches that we've got scheduled, and I'll not miss any white ball cricket match. So now that the fixtures have been moved a little bit, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to Worcester for understanding what it means for me to represent the national side and the commitment that I have with my national team. So thank you very much for allowing me to go. But it's something that I hold really high in my head and in my heart. And yeah, I'm looking forward to wear the red and gold now.
Just talking about your time here, how do you reflect on your time at Worcestershire? It's been a good few months now since you got settled in and you first joined us, and to the point where you are now, how do you kind of look back?
I look back with a lot of fond memories. Certainly a club that's run by like a family sort of an environment. Thank you very much for accepting me, and that's just not the people in the changing room, that the supporters of the county as well. Thank you for the support, thank you for the love and respect. I have nothing but huge admiration for the county and for everyone who has supported us by coming to the grounds or on social media. I just want to say thank you very much to everyone, but I have really enjoyed my time here. And inshallah, if an opportunity comes again, international calendar doesn't look too busy, then you never know.
What's it for someone like you who's an evergreen international on the white ball circuit? You've been around for many, many moons. What's it been like to be immerse yourself in this group, particularly where there's a very young dynamic to the group? There's also a few older heads. How have you found it fitting into this?
Yeah, I think it's a very nice mixture of experience and youth as well. So what that has allowed us, and thank you to the coaching staff as well, that they've allowed the senior guys to lead the younger guys as well, in terms of experience, how to bat on certain wickets, what options are there, how to train in a way where the top athletes train. A lot of the experience that we also get when we travel in international, and also when we travel in the franchise circuit as well. A lot of the knowledge, a lot of the experience that we gain, they've allowed us to share with the changing room as well, so it has been really nice. Yeah, plenty of new friends been made, plenty of memories have been made that will last a very long time.
And we're sat on the outfield at New Road with the cathedral behind you. What's it been like to be able to play it somewhere quite so iconic?
Put it this way, it's nice to sit in the changing room sometimes because you've got such a picturesque sort of a ground. And when I say it's nice to sit in the changing room, it's before I go out to bed, not after. But even when you get out, you sit in the changing room, you know, the weather has been very kind. We've got a beautiful outlook about the ground as well, so you know it certainly helps to get rid of those demons that you have after losing the game and not performing so well.
Amongst your time here in the Blast, there's been a few highlights. Last Sunday, beating the reigning champions at home was a real highlight. Is there anything that stands out in particular for you in your time in a Rapid shirt?
There's too many things, but if I have to pick, I think for me cricket goes way beyond than the performances and the wins and the losses. So I think the new friendship that I have made in the changing room, and some friendships I've made with some young cricketers who sits in the stands as well. I remember there's a family that I managed to see last Friday. The first time I met them when I was playing for North End, and we came to Worcester and my kids were playing with their kids, and now the kid is all grown up. So it was nice to see them. Then there's a family that I met in Sri Lanka during the World Cup, and my signing with Worcester has already been announced, so they introduced themselves and they were very kind and says we're looking forward to see you in Worcester, and they were there for most of the games as well. To see their son wearing Raza shirt as well was quite nice. So for me cricket goes way beyond than wins, losses and things like that. So for me, things that stand out is the sort of a family environment at Worcester and the memories and the friendship I've made in the changing room.
That's incredible, and I guess that leads us on to tomorrow, where it is kind of the last hurrah for you. What would it mean to be able to sign off with a win and give back to the people that have followed you so closely? Yeah,
certainly every time we walked out we wanted to win as well, but we understand how cricket works. Tomorrow lies another very good challenge, but we've got a very good record at New Roads. So hopefully we can win tomorrow, put our team in a very good position to qualify for the playoffs, and then cheer for the boys from across few shows.
Because that's what you mentioned there, the context of the group tomorrow is a massive game. Third place Kent, Worcestershire third place as well, so it is a huge clash tomorrow. Yeah, certainly, and also with North End's winning yesterday as well, it doesn't allow this number 2 team go too far ahead of us, and plus we have a game against them as well, so that becomes a very important game as well. But without looking too far ahead and looking at what happened yesterday, I think tomorrow is hugely important for us, and hopefully if we can win tomorrow, then it's a great chance to even try and see if we can push for number 2. And it'd be nice, again, you've had a nice tournament with the bat and the ball. It'd be nice for you to contribute again one more time, I imagine.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I hope the boys go out there not to think about that Raza is going and we have to do something extra for him. If we just carry on doing what we have done, stuck together, plenty of energy in the field, back each other ability and skills, and try and execute the skills as well as we can, then I think the result will look after itself, and whatever happens after, we have a nice time in the changing room, make a few more memories, and be on my way.
And will you be keeping an eye on things once you depart tomorrow?
Yeah, certainly. I've asked the analyst Liam to sort of give me that access to that app NV Play if I'm allowed. And if I'm allowed to, then I'll be watching the highlights. I'll be watching on the YouTube. I'll be watching how boys are getting on, the boundaries they hit, the way they get out, and see if I can help somebody when I'm far away as well.
Well, and just finally, if you could sort of have a final message to the supporters, to the teammates you've made, the coaching staff, anybody here at Worcestershire, how would you like to sign off?
I think there's too many things to say, but all I would say is that to the coaches, to the players, and to the fans, thank you very much for accepting me, who I am, and the way you showed love and care and respect. These are the things that go a long way in my life, and I'll forever be grateful, and I'll always have great things to say about Worcester and the county and the people and the supporters.
Sikander, thank you so much for your contribution on the pitch, for being such a gent off it, and all the best of your time with Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much.
1-2, this is B minor.
Well, welcome to New Road on a glorious Friday night. The Rapids taking on Kent. It's a must-win game. They're all must-win games from here on in, you feel, if the Rapids are going to make it to the knockout stages. But they're in good form off the back of a really impressive performance against defending champions Somerset last time round. To find out if they can repeat the feat this evening, I'm joined by Frank Watson, Mr. Worcestershire himself. I'm Jim Dale, will guide you through. We've also got some proper grown-ups in the building as well, Frank, so we're going to get a bit of help this evening, which is good news.
Yeah, we've got Mel Farrell here all the way from Australia, just for this game, via Edgbaston, of course, or Harborne, and she'll be joining us as well on loan from Bears TV.
Yeah, good to have you, Mel. Right, to business, as you would expect. Rapids unchanged from that handsome victory last time out. So the team then is Kashif Ali, Isak Mohammed, Gareth Roderick with the gloves, Adam Hose, Sikandar Raza, Brett D'Oliveira, Henry Cullen, Matt Waite, Usama Amir, Tom Taylor and Ben Allison as well. One change though for the Spitfires. Tom Rogers comes in for Freddie Clarkson, so they line up as follows: Harry Finch, Daniel Bell-Drummond, Zach Crawley, Sam Billings, Joe Denley, Chris Benjamin, Grant Stewart, Tom Rogers, Keith Dudgeon, Jake Lintott on loan from the Bears of course, and Matt Milnes as well. Now, news from the middle is that the Spitfires have won the toss and they've decided to have a bowl as the players make their way out onto the surface. A team huddle from Kent Spitfires are in a similar position to Worcestershire of course, looking for that third spot in their group as Kashif Ali and Isak Mohammed make their way out into the middle. Good crowd again, Frank, and a good feeling around the place after the past week or so.
Yeah, good crowd. 5:30 start, obviously. No problem with the light, we imagine, tonight, such as we had a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago against Glamorgan, when the game ended in almost darkness. But weather set fair tonight. It's a beautiful evening and not too hot. Crowd probably about 80% full. The ground, I think it might fill up as we go on. And remarkably, the first time that these two teams have ever played T20 cricket against each other, which is really quite astonishing.
Well, it's daft it's taken that long. Same with Gloucestershire this year as well, of course. Our neighbours just down the road. And Keith Dudgeon's got ball in hand from the Diglis end. And I'm sure those seats will fill up when people have purchased the relevant refreshments, Frank. Got to stay hydrated in this weather.
Yeah. Perfect weather. First ever T20 between these sides, as I said. Keith Dudgeon is going to bowl to Isak Mohammed. Kent will not have played against Isak Mohammed before. They might have played against him in junior cricket, one or two of them, but it's second season for the young man. Showed a lot of promise, hasn't turned it into anything more than a cameo yet. Maybe tonight. Here's Dudgeon, first ball of the night to Mohammed, and he steers it nicely down to third man for a single, and the Rapids are away. Dudgeon, who they bowled pretty well here in the championship game, which Worcestershire won earlier this season, but obviously a very different situation tonight. Kashif Ali taking guard, another one who's not found his best form this season, or last, to be fair, in red ball cricket, but still has produced some useful contributions in this format. He waits now, bat raised, and just blocks that first one from Dudgeon down on the onside. Be interesting to see what the pitch is like, Jim. We've seen all the home T20s here, and generally we've found at New Road that you're not looking at a pitch where it's easy to get 200. 200 is a phenomenal score here at New Road. Par, I would say, is about 175, 180. Worcestershire know that. It's not a pitch on which big shots have been easy. tended to be a bit slow, and the odd one stops in the surface. That's a beautiful shot from Kashif Ali there, though, given a bit of room by Dudgeon, and that is timed to perfection through the covers for 4. The 2 men who are out, incidentally, are at third man and deep backward square leg. Interesting to have a third man as one of the fielders outside the circle in the power play, Jim. But in fact, it's about changing. To change,
yeah.
Jake Lintott is moving up from third man into the ring, and the cover sweeper is now going out.
A note on that cover drive: 1, it would look beautiful in a leaf format, and 2, I think it's indicative of the new approach that Rapids have taken in the power play, which I'll get to in a mo.
Yeah. The next one is pushed out on the onside, and nicely judged single taken by Kashif takes Worcestershire to 6 without loss. They were put in, of course, on this beautiful New Road evening.
Well, these 2 players, they're very happy to play aerial shots, particularly long on through mid-wicket as well. You saw against Somerset more conventional cricket shots, trying to pierce the field, particularly on the back foot, rather than go the aerial route, because we've seen it going aerial isn't always that easy on this surface.
Dodge into the left-handed Mohammed, bowls, and he lets that one go outside the off-stump. We don't see many leaves in T20 cricket, and it's not something we associate with Isaac Mohammed, who's obviously still very young, very inexperienced, but if anything, tends to be, well, a little bit too free, I think, sometimes at the top of the order. But leaving that one alone. Waits again now as Dudgeon is in. And that one's down the leg side, will be called wide by umpire Richard Illingworth, standing at the Diglis end. Worcester resident, of course, still lives 2 or 3 miles away from the ground here, does Richard Illingworth, despite the fact that he spends most of his time on the fields of international cricket, here, there and everywhere around the world. A home game for him tonight. Mohammed just blocks this one up to mid off, and that's the end of the first over. 7 runs coming from it, a solid start for Worcestershire. 1 glorious boundary from Kashif, but tidy enough from Keith Dudgeon as well. 7 without loss off 1.
Yeah, Rhino will be happy with that, Frank, I think.
Sponsor CKCA opening bowling from the New Road end, number 10, Tom Rogers.
Well, Tom Rogers back in the side this evening, and he has new ball in hand from the New Road end. Aussie fast medium bowler. In he comes to Kashif Ali, bat raised in anticipation. And he's on the money straight away. Kashif well in behind that. Been on the expensive side this season, Tom Rogers. Just 3 games for Kent, this is 4th. Economy of 11.66. Which is rich. Any ground you play on, I think. Might be a bit more favourable for him this evening. And he comes again. Looking for an expansive drive there, but just ends up checking the shot. Plenty on this game this evening. Both sides need the win with the new format. If you want guaranteed qualification, you've got to be in the top 2. Another key game going on this evening as the Bears are down at Glamorgan. In comes Rogers again. Pulled away hard as well. Man out in the deep, so should cut it off. Timed nicely for 1. Just a little bit too short. Jake Lintott again out in the field. He's gone well this year, Jake Lintott. I'm surprised that he didn't get a look in. Edge blasting, as they call it now. drilled down the ground again. It's a handsome shot for no run. Fellow Aussie Grant Stewart does the fielding. Well, this is a very neat and tidy start from a Kent perspective. These two openers just being kept in check here. Rogers just looking to shape the ball across left-handed Isak. Quiet start for the young, talented opening batter. And he's not got much of that. There's plenty of edge on it. They might come back for two, though, if they're quick. No, think better of it. So save that very handsome cover drive in the first over. Dealing in ones and dots at the moment. Another change in the field. Another one going out in the deep on the leg side. Daniel Bell-Drummond into point. Zach Crawley out in the deep. Is Kashif going to be tempted? Mistimed that as an appeal, but it's going to go well over the top. But
good over.
A really good over. Just two from it. So back in the side. And Rogers starting well. 9 without loss from 2.
Yeah, really good over. Buried his pace. Just that one short one, and Kashif picked out the fielder on the leg side, but variation of pace was impressive from Rogers. And that's what did Kashif on the last one. So a good start, really, for the Spitfires. Be happy with that. Dudgeon to continue from the Diglis end. So 9 only on the board from the first 2. Round the wicket to the left-handed Isak. And that is driven nicely, but again, straight to the fielder at mid-off. So a little bit of frustration for Isak, and one wonders whether he might be tempted to go aerially. But an excellent start for Sam Billings' men. That's another very good shot from Isak, but only going to get him one because Dudgeon is smartly down to his right to get a hand on it, a good hand on it. Otherwise it would have gone straight down the ground for 4. They get a single, double figures are achieved. But I think if we learned anything from Worcestershire's innings against Somerset last time out here at New Road, it was that it's not an easy pitch to bludgeon the ball on. Perhaps got to be a little bit more subtle. And we're going to see the first wicket here, because that one is just chipped up in the air, easy as you like, by Kashif. Neither one thing nor the other. He didn't go for it and try and whack it over the top, and he just followed through on it, and well, the easiest catch imaginable for mid-on. So Worcestershire lose their first wicket rather tamely. They are 10 for 1.
Well, he just looked to go deep in his crease. He was trying to turn that into a slot delivery. Mistimed. It brings Roderick to the crease early on. And Kent will be delighted with this start. So, after all the excitement, the fireworks, the big hitting that we saw from Sikandar Raza, from Brett D'Oliveira, it's been a rather subdued start to the evening.
Yeah, it has. It's a rather, and it's a tame dismissal, isn't it? It's always a bit annoying, daunting, call it what you like, when the player is out like that. Didn't really get hold of it. Just a bit lame, really. Roderick is on the walk to his first ball and gets a single, just nudging it out on the leg side. That will be the way he attempts to disturb the length of the bowlers, I think, Roderick. Brings Isak onto strike again. No need to panic for Worcestershire, but Just maybe could do with a boundary, couldn't they, in the remaining 2 deliveries of this over. Still just had that one at the very beginning. And that one is again forced into the covers, but straight to Bell Drummond. And runs are very difficult to come by at the moment against this accurate Spitfires attack. Good start by the visitors. Beautiful evening. A sunlit New Road. Cathedral looks splendid. Good crowd, probably about 2,500 I would say. Nicely nudged away on the leg side by Isak, but they're only going to get one as Zach Crawley comes in off the rope. So another fine over ends, just 3 coming from it, and Worcestershire are 12 for 1 after 3 overs, having been put into bat, an unchanged team from the one that triumphed against Somerset here last Sunday, but a struggle at the moment.
Well, 10 dot balls already, Frank.
Yeah, it tells its own story, doesn't it? I mean, if those dots were singles, you'd be looking at a much more healthy power play. But 4 or 5 of them have been attempted boundaries hit straight to fielders.
Well, Matt Milne's into the attack. Back from a brief sojourn up in Yorkshire into Isak. It's him on the 5 pad looking for a single, and a direct hit might have been trouble, but they scamper through nonetheless, through the shot before the ball got to him.
Yeah, which suggests one of 2 things, or maybe both: a slow surface and a little clever bit of holding the ball back by Milnes. Can't really say slower ball because his first ball can't be slower than your first ball, if you know what I mean. But it was nicely bowled.
And he comes again, this time to Roderick. And he punches this again straight to the fielder. It's a dot ball.
They look busy, Kent, don't they? Sam Billings has got his men up for this. He's leading from the front with his energy and his noise behind the stumps and a lot of sign language. The fielders are on it, they're keen, they've made a good start. Something needs to change. Zach Crawley's been sent out to deep mid-wicket.
Worked into the leg side, it'll just be a single. They won't mind that, but they've mainly been on off stump or just outside, Frank. Yeah, it's not boring, it's classic, isn't it?
One ball down the leg side. It's been impressive stuff. And, as I say, changes of pace from all 3 bowlers.
Again, trying to force the issue, trying to hit the casing off the ball. It just goes to Grant Stewart. Plays international cricket for Italy, born in Australia, got the name of a 1950s film star. There's a lot going for him. Good start this from Milnes, and he comes again to left-handed Isak, who again slower ball, he's straight through him, and it's another dot ball. And there's just 1 left of the 4th over. It's 14 for 1.
This could be
Isak just 4 from 11.
Could be the
and
lowest,
he is itching to get back on
play
board.
of all time. I wonder what the lowest power play we should have had. I don't know that. Can't remember one below 30.
There was a period in the early noughties, Frank, when we were particularly dreadful. Remember when Matt Mason was pinch hitting for us? We'll see. In comes Mills again on the charge. He's got that tennis ball bounce, and it's ended up in the dismissal of young Isak, trying to force the issue, looking for a pull shot. He's found mid-on though, and the aforementioned Grant Stewart snaffles it up. Worcestershire 14 for 2 from 4, and in all kinds of bother.
Yeah, well, He's still learning the game, of course, Isak, but 4 off 14 is not the way to go, is it? If you use up 14 balls getting in, you've got to go on and get something significant, haven't you? Otherwise, it's damaging, really damaging. He's faced 14 balls, he's out for 4, and Worcestershire are, as you say, Jim, in a lot of trouble.
Well, it's a good bit of bowling, actually. He's charged him early as Isak, and Matt Milnes has dug that one in, cramped him up right in his ribs, couldn't free his hands at all. So it's a good bit of bowling, but it's a wicket earned from just relentless pressure, just metronomic.
Yeah, very good bowling. Dudgeon to continue from the Diglis end, bowls to Roderick, and that's a boundary, a welcome boundary, only the second of the innings, short from Dudgeon, and Roderick just slapped it over mid-wicket. 3 bounces and into the fence. Yeah, I mean, it's easy from here, of course, but if anything characterised those first 3 overs in particular, it was hitting big shots straight to fielders. And I mean, you know, if they go for 4, fine, but why not just work it into a gap? Dudgeon again is in. Roderick again whipping him away on the leg side, just for a single this time, and then out there on the rope.
Well, what that shot's done actually is he's just put, for Roderick at least, 2 men back on the leg side, so there is a single there all day long if you want it, and there's your relieving the pressure. At least you can rotate the strikes, all changing of course at Adam Hose as Zach Crawley's making his way out to the cover point boundary.
Yeah, and you could argue against my saying they could have worked it around, that actually had 1 or 2 gone to the boundary, the field would have changed, and that's what they were trying to do. Easy to be wise from here, as I say. Hose blocks his first one from Dudgeon out on the offside. 19 for 2 then, Worcestershire. Got to get 30 in the power play, surely. But there's a long way to go, and there's a lot of batting still to come. And I don't think, again, it's a particularly easy surface on which to play big shots. Hose on the back foot this time, can't beat Bell Drummond in the covers. It's a good recovery from Dudgeon, having conceded the boundary off the first ball of the over. Hose and Roderick just meet for a chat. Slowish and quite green, isn't it? Looking at the colour of the pitch from here. Maybe he's left a bit more grass on to try and encourage a bit of bounce and carry. That one's short. Hose cuts straight to the fielder in the covers. Bit of frustration being.
That's me, Dad. I've told him to pack it in. That's too much, Dad. That's too much.
Worcestershire supporters just a little bit concerned by this sluggish start. 1 ball left in the 5th over, and Hose turns it on the leg side for a single. So 5 overs gone, and Worcestershire just 20 for 2. Excellent start from Kent.
It's time for our Smile Cam, courtesy of our friends at Malvern Dental.
The Smile Cam is out, gang. This might be more tricky than usual.
Get your phones out as well. Scan that QR code on the big screen and quote Rapids when booking, and you'll get a free dental checkup worth £49, courtesy of our friends at Malvern Dental.
It's noted that everyone is having trouble timing it on this surface. It's not the same deck as Somerset.
Matt Milnes to continue.
Yeah, and why not? Going well here, Kent. Hose on strike, the new skipper. It's a thickish outside edge. It's going to flash away to the boundary. Wasn't too far away from Harry Finch. Shouts of catch. It was safe enough, if not the most convincing of shots. But the skipper knows they've got to get a move on here. Just moving to leg, trying to get inside the line of the ball. Milnes is in again. Moves the other way this time, drops to the leg side, thinks about a single. But a sharp bit of fielding from the bowler prevents it.
Bounced a bit off a length, that one, didn't it? Took him by surprise. It's all about line, isn't it? The boundary came from width. I think line and length on this pitch is old-fashioned, but that's the way forward, I think.
And that's bob on again, and straight back. Well, it's been the way for a couple of years here, hasn't it, really? Where if you can consistently hit the top of off, you're pretty much in business. Bad balls get put away, good balls get rewarded. It's and we've seen the amount of catches taken in the deep skied.
Difficult to
because
go big.
Batters can't time it, even when they come down the wicket. Milnes in again, Hose again, short ball, slower ball, and he just rides that tennis ball bounce, does Hose, turns it into a single, and that's experience for you, isn't it? When you get cramped like that, and
just about
you take what the bowler gives you.
Yeah, just waited, didn't he? I mean, we saw Isaac go through about 3 of those, didn't we? Looking for the big pull shot, reading the length, going for the shot, but on a slow surface, could do what Hose did there and just get ready, but wait.
2 balls left of the power play. Roderick on strike, little leg side scoop, 1 bounce. It's a shot we know he plays well, and he didn't get all of it, and it's just as well he didn't.
Yeah, it is.
Jake Lintop was prowling there. He's a fellow Grecian, Frank. He's an Exeter City supporter.
I didn't know that. I think I've read a bit about him, because he's a former teacher as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. There's a couple of us Exeter fans about. There's not many. Milnes in again, last ball of the power play, and again that's just dropped into the leg side. Good tumbling stop to keep it to 1. And it's another good over from a Spitfires perspective. The power play is over, 27 for 2. And to call it miserly is an understatement, Frank.
Yeah, really good from Kent.
We can't
Credit
really
where it's
call
due.
this the blast. It's more the trundle, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're going to see Lintop now, I think, coming on with his left arm wrist spin. Billings gets his helmet, standing up to the stumps. Good record in T20 cricket, Jake Lintop. As you say, I'm surprised he was allowed to leave the Bears.
Well, he didn't have a great year last year, in fairness. But this year, he's particularly the economy, 8 matches, only 5 wickets, economy of 7.4 though.
Yeah. And it'll be really interesting to see how they go in this over, I think, because he's bowling from the Diglis end. They're pretty much in the middle, quite big square boundaries, not that big straight. And Lintop, who he's played here many times for Warwickshire, red and white ball. Bowling to Hose, and the first ball is reversed by Hose, and he plays it beautifully, and he gets 4. Perfectly executed reverse, and that again, the boundary off the first ball just gives Lintop a little bit to think about. Billings is moving his man on the square leg boundary a little bit finer.
Well, he's a big man, a big boot down the pitch, smother any spin that might be there. Really good shot.
Lintop again, a bit quicker and flatter this time, and Hose on the back foot can't time it. 31 for 2 then, Worcestershire. Entering the so-called middle overs. Lintop again bowls, and Hose sweeping conventionally this time, doesn't get anything on it. Taken on the pad, runs out on the leg side. Good reply then from Lintop after going for the boundary on that first ball.
Yeah, it just felt like he was a little bit late into position there, Hose, in the way that he was very sharp first ball.
Long on has been dispatched. And that's short. Turned a bit.
Short, wide and wide.
And Hose missed out. So Into again is in and bowls, and again it's short, but hurries on this time. Nicely bowled, good change of pace, bit quicker. 32 for 2 it remains. Hose slightly frustrated. 2 balls left in the 7th. Boundary off the first ball, nothing since. Into again, spins the ball from one hand to the other. He's in, he bowls. Short and wide outside the off stump, called wide by umpire Illingworth. This one's straighter and it's pulled by Hose, but he's only going to get one up to long on. Still one left in the over.
Well, there is plenty of batting left to come, but a run rate of 5.
Yeah,
they're going to have to go for a bit of post power play acceleration.
Yes,
Frank.
They certainly are. Last ball of the 7th. Short. Cut away by Roderick. And again. Oh! Hose wants 2. And he loses his bat. And he turns and he dives. And he just about gets in with his hands. All hell going on. 35 for 2 at the end of the 7th. I'm going to have a breather. And I'm going to get Mel Farrell to come in alongside Jim.
Well, I was about to have a weep. Mel Farrell was guffawing. It wasn't a pretty passage of play, let's be honest, and it's not been a pretty power play from a Rapids perspective either. And all the excitement, euphoria, good feeling from Somerset. Whoa, it doesn't quite feel the same this evening, but it's a tricky pitch to bat on. No one really timing it at the moment, as England international Zach Crawley just makes way down to third man just in front of us. He'll be in action a little bit later on with the bat. Plenty of experience in this side. Sam Billings, Daniel Bell-Drummond, and now Joe Denley, the evergreen Joe Denley. He's in the 40 club. We're going to see some of his leg spin. Don't expect an awful lot of turn from him. He's not really that way inclined, but he's become a very effective white ball bowler. Economy of just 7 and a bit this season. In he comes then. And Roderick just rocks back onto the back foot, cuts it away and takes a single. So yeah, there's a 40-year-old on each side this evening. 15 tests, 16 ODIs, 13 T20 internationals. So Denley of real calibre, still going, keeping his son out the side as well. Full bunger. Drilled down the ground, just be one though. And good evening to you, Mel.
Good evening. Goodness gracious.
What are you making of all?
I tell you, it's one thing about our position where we are very close to the crowd is you can feel their frustration.
It should be a catching chance, and he's fumbled it. You felt like he was in good position, but Crawley has shelled one. Just misjudged that in the end.
Every catch has been taken. That one, if you think that if that had been taken, everything taken at mid-on.
Well, that's been flashed away. It's going to be wide of long off. How often does it happen? A catching chance doesn't get taken, and the ball finds its way to the boundary. He's a big lad, Zach Crawley. You'd fancy with his big mitts he'd take that, Mel. And Denley, and again short this time, again cut away into that same spot. Wide long off, fielder in position though, so it'll just be a single.
It's interesting how many times that ball has gone up in the air to mid-on though, And that, I've heard you talk about that tennis bally bounce. It's a real factor.
And he's looking to launch this into the marquee as Roderick, but he hasn't got all of it, so it's scuffed in to the leg side for a single.
But it's just unusual to see a team struggle so much to get their timing right, and that is just what it looks like. There have been so many mistimed shots.
Well, we've seen it all season at different points with certain shots, and Worcestershire were kind of figuring out how to play this, in that you have to really you have to get the measure of a bowler before you can go aerial on this surface. But it looks even harder on here than previous games. This has been slow, low. It's been tough going.
Well, I think that's why the ball's gone up to mid-on, because they've certainly early on they're stacking that offside, taking the ball away and then leaving the trap there. The temptation for the players to try and go over the top on the leg side, and then without the timing, it's just been going to the fielders. Here's Lintott. But yes, you can hear the frustration amongst the crowd when you're sitting so close to them, as I have been. But it's definitely not an easy pitch to score on. That one has gone in the air. This could be a third wicket, and it is. That's well taken by Benjamin running back. And now Roderick departs. So not only is it hard to get going, it's a bit too easy to walk off. That's another mistimed shot as well. So the Rapids, they are struggling at the moment, losing their third wicket for 44.
Gareth Roderick was caught by Chris Benjamin off the bowling of Jake Lintott for 12 runs off 12 balls.
Everything's just been mistimed.
Yeah.
It's been the theme so far. But it's the farewell night,
just trying to have
it?
a little look, see if that's a googly or someone that goes the other way. Just slicing across the spin.
Final appearance for the club. Please welcome
Lintott again is doing a good job for his side.
But yes, it is the farewell of Sikandar Raza. He walks out to the middle. Really warm applause from this crowd. I'm sure they've loved having him here. And if there's a player who can turn an innings around quickly, it is Sikandar Raza. He's done it so many times in international cricket, in franchise cricket. He's been recalled by Zimbabwe, so he has to leave a couple of weeks early. I've no doubt he would love to go out in style, though. Not easy.
Well, slip in place. Benjamin, who took the catch, is now he's going fishing for an outside edge. 6th wicket of the season for Jake Lintott, but he's been miserly for a spinner as well. Just going at 7 and a bit. As an economy rate, is very, very good.
Slammed away. There's a fielder out at a long off, so it'll just be the single. And that is Sikandar Raza off the mark. You're going to have to really scrap from here now, Worcestershire, if they're going to get a defendable score on the board. Just turn that one away. They're going to come back for a second, and that's really well run in the end. Excellent running between the wickets. There is a lot of vacant territory out there on the leg side. Of course, that means playing against the spin with the leg spinner taking it away from the right-handed batters. So there is risk in that. Dot ball to finish. A successful over for Lintott. Saw the end of Roderick, and the Rapids now 47 for 2. It was before, I think that was before they took it off the scoreboard in front of me. 47 for 3, I should say. Losing that third wicket.
Well, it's going to be another change of bowling from New Road End. Grant Stewart
Change of bowling at the New Road end, number 9, Grant Stewart.
Born in Western Australia, but an EU passport, courtesy of his Italian mum. And he's on the money as well. Just a little front foot press there from Raza to get himself down the other end.
You sort of say in normal circumstances, just trying to at least rotate the strike and a little drop and runs, but they haven't been easy to come by either.
That's just waited for that, just works it into the leg side. And Hose is quietly going about his business. 21 from 20 deliveries. Trying to get the measure of this pitch. And let's face it, some really top-end bowling from the Kent Spitfires.
Can you just tell just the sound of it, can't you? It's just sounds really thuddy as it comes off the bat, rather than the really clean strike. It's more of a thunk.
I think, yeah, a thunk. I like a thunk. I think that's a fair assessment. That's just flicked away. And that might beat the fielder in the deep. Lintot's after it. Is he going to get there? His good sliding stop. And he fizzes the ball in. So a good bit of fielding. Rolled his wrists on that one. Sent it fine. Just beat the man on the 45. Sam Billings just has a word to his fast bowling colleague. Don't stick it on leg stump, I imagine is the word. Drilled. Beautiful shot from Raza, overpitched. If you don't get it right on this service, you will go. Kent have barely put a foot wrong, but that's a sumptuous drive from Sikandar Raza. And he'll want to sign off in style if he can.
He certainly will. It's a stylish shot too from Raza. Just a bit too full on that occasion. There haven't been many that have been overpitched at any point.
No, they've kept line and length really well, as Frank was saying a little bit earlier on, and Worcestershire just weren't able to try and knock them off that length. Whether it's Kashiv trying to go deep in his crease, or Isak trying to go on the walk and be aggressive.
But even those, anytime they've dropped it short, there's slower, shorter balls. That sort of spongy bounce I've seen has made it really hard for the batters as well. It's a good change-up, I think.
Shot selection is key to it, as Stewartson again, that's a little flick, and it's just dropped short. He was looking for a scoop.
Ooh. Almost fell into a trap there.
And I think as that completes the over, 55 for 3 at the halfway stage. But I think when you find yourself in those kind of tricky spots, it's whether you carry on going through the shot or not.
Well, you could see Isaac Mohammed wicket. You could see his frustration building, and Gareth Roderick had gone down the pitch and just sort of had a word with him the ball before, so he was going no matter what. And then he got one of those slower bounces, and he'd already come charging. And in fact,
it was a lovely bit of bowling. It's very difficult to get out of the way of that. It's very difficult to choose to not, it's...
I think Dudgeon knew he was coming. And that's why he bowled the short, slower ball. So they've used that really well, and I think that's a useful change-up.
Isak, I think he maybe went a little bit early, but we've seen development from him. He's just a kid as well. It must be pointed out as Lintott continues.
Oh,
quick single taken.
Oh boy!
And,
aye, as the crowd say.
Raza takes the peaceful approach. More power to him. Others wouldn't have done, as Rogers almost levelled him.
Well, he did. Luckily, he's not particularly tall. He gets hold of that one, just clears the jumping field up. And there is another boundary. It was Matt Milnes out there who couldn't quite get a hand to it. So there was no way that Sikander Raza was going to come out here and be prepared to knock it around on his last appearance.
No, you just got to keep going at this point. You've got to post a total.
Oof, that's a good comeback by Lintott, though. He's bowled really well.
Nicely done.
Flatter delivery, but too much down the leg side. Get another couple.
It's wide. I thought we got a little tickle on that. He was nowhere near it. But going back to Isak, last year, he was just a 17-year-old kid when he came in. He just used to try and whack the casing off everything.
Oh my goodness. What was that ball done?
And if you're in any doubt that wrist spin was difficult, here's confirmation.
Yeah, we're at quite an angle. We're directly behind Tom Rogers, really. That one is going to find a little bit of vacant territory, but there's only one on offer. But we haven't had yet is a 6. And if Raz is able to find his touch, he might be the one to launch. Comes with danger, but with only 66 for 3 on the board, they really need to find some big scoring shots from somewhere.
Well, one positive is that the dot balls are disappearing.
Well, that's
plenty of singles.
Yeah, the experience of these two and at least being able to find somewhere for a single. Just like that. And that's where those who are, especially the openers, were so stuck because they just couldn't find a way. So that is 11 overs gone.
68 for 3 is the score, and it's 13 from the over. So it's the first aggressive over. It's the first over we've seen with double figures. And it's talk about having have to earn the right to play shots on this surface, and it's no surprise that these two highly experienced globe-trotting T20 six-hitting machines. Really, we haven't seen a 6 yet, but it feels like they're starting to get the measure of this pitch. Tom Rogers is going to come back into the attack from the New Road end. Little partnership building here. To cut it away. Let's cover out in the deep though.
And again, just that little bit of extra bounce. He ended up really chopping at that one. You talk about there not being a 6. I cannot imagine Sikander Raza leaving New Road on his last night without going for one.
Well, he's on strike now, Zimbabwe captain. It's a great delivery. And it's edged away past the despairing dive of Sam Billings, who applauds his fast bowler. And Worcestershire don't mind where these runs come from. Just squared him up a little bit.
Well, it was a thick enough edge in the end. Nice slip, of course, at this stage.
Bit of bounce just on a length as well, though. 73 for 3, the score. How can Rogers respond? And it's a flashing blade as he tries to drag this one from wide outside off stump. And, I think there was actually an air of deliberacy in what Raza was trying to do with that ball before.
Well, it's
a little bit finer than I think he was intending, but he did try and open the face on it.
It's a little bit what I was talking about before. They've got the offside field up, and there's acres and acres of land on the leg side, but they've just done really well at just hanging that ball outside the off stump, so they're having to take the risk and to drag it across.
Hose looking for 2. Both quick between the wickets, decide against it though. Crawley's in. They're just trying to change angles here and knock bowlers off their line as Hose just moves outside off stump, takes a big step forward as well. Just trying to create different angles, fine scoring options.
Well, they just had a discussion there and then with gestures to the leg side. Not sure if they're trying to say, like, right, if I hit it in there, we're going to go for 2.
Again, just dropping into the leg side.
Oh,
Felt like there might have been 2 there.
That's exactly what I was talking about. They were looking for it, and it wasn't hit with too much force, but in the end, it was some good work by Benjamin, who came flying in from deep backward square leg. I think they're looking at, so that had a whole leg side field. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 fielders on the boundary spread around on the leg side.
Hose moves towards leg, looks to drill that down the ground. It's straight at Denley. They'll take a single on the arm and they'll make a single comfortably. That completes the 12. 78 for 3 is the score. Slightly more profitable couple of overs from a Rapids perspective. So 23 coming from the last 2. 10 from that one. And the Brains Trust just making the alterations from a camp perspective. Billings having a refreshing beverage. Experienced cricketer he is.
Oh, I could do with a refreshing beverage.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Do you reckon Frank will come back with a refreshing beverage?
Frank's a refreshing beverage, to be fair.
He's a tall drink of water, there's no 2 ways about it. Here we go.
Another one who's a tall drink of water is Grant Stewart, who's
isn't he? What a handsome devil he is.
Yeah. The Italian stallion, is that what you're saying? Oh, I can see why he's going for the option. There is a fielder just at short fine, one at deep backward square leg. If you beat short fine, there's a boundary on offer. The idea is sound. Execution, not so much. It really is a bit of a hack across the line. Just another single, but again, it's just the timing. It's clearly very difficult to time the ball, particularly when it's on that nagging length. They've bowled to their field quite well as well.
It's been disciplined, hasn't it? And they've done just enough movement, just enough turn.
They've just dropped fine leg down onto the boundary now for Raza. Had no idea where that one had gone.
And Rapids are in a tricky spot here because what they know is that as difficult as this pitch seems to be to play, if you need to chase 7s, drop and run, knock it here and there, the odd bad ball, see it away. So they know that they need to try and generate a better total than 140. But it's where those shots are going to come from.
A little misfield means they'll get through for a well-run single. If you look at someone of the experience of Sikandar Raza, when he's having this much trouble timing it, it's a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
Yes, I mean it's been universally true of all the batters. Hose and Raza have played within themselves.
Yeah, definitely. And that one's nicely flicked away. It'll just be the 2.
and when I say within themselves, they're working very hard, quite clearly, is that Frank has returned, not with refreshing beverages, but he has got a sweet treat.
Oh, he's been for the bickies. He's gone for the chocolate biscuits, the old, what are they called, the bourbons?
Bourbons.
Chocolate bourbons.
Yeah.
And do you know what? He put the whole thing in his mouth in one go.
Frank's getting a review on live stream. I like it.
So they're just trying to work it at the moment, these two. 82 for 3 at the end of that over. So just 4 runs coming from it. Well bowled by Stewart. But it's a struggle at the moment. They're trying to work it, but even working it doesn't appear to be that straightforward.
Well, wherever we end up here, I think from a Rapids perspective, it's going to take some defending. But they've done such before. Well, I'm going to stick about for one more, and then we'll bring the.
Frank should have finished his biscuit. Yeah, he should have finished his biscuit by then.
Dudgeon's back on, known as Rhino. Frank likes it when I cover nicknames. Or Dungy. Dungy's fine. I like Rhino more.
Yeah, it's quite a good one. Do you have a nickname?
No. Oh, I imagine people have a name for me when I'm not around. That's an altogether different story. Dodging in, looking for a sweep. He's just gloves that down the leg side. Just trying to make something happen here. Trying to push the game along, but Kent will be very happy. Line was a little bit off. Just not able to get enough of it. Just looking to beat that one man on the 45 on the leg side. Dodging in again. And that's been drilled down the ground. It might be a catching chance. It's going to drop just short. Drilled hard and flat.
Well, he had a couple of choices there, Joe Denley. He could have gone in hard and gone for the dive and risked giving away the boundary, but he opted to
potentially losing his teeth as well.
Yeah, well,
that's a business decision from a man at the end of his career, isn't it? And that's okay. I don't blame him. In comes Dudgeon again. Just moving towards leg. They decide to take on the single. Daniel Bell Drummond with the fielding. Deebs, as he's known.
You are in on all the nicknames.
Yeah, Denley, no pants. Genuinely true.
Joe Denley has a cult following all of his own. You know, not many players have actually inspired the creation of their own term, a dentary. You do know what a dentary is?
I'm just about to go off comms. This is a cliffhanger, isn't it? Dudgeon in again. We must talk about the cricket. Pulled away into the leg side. There's a man out there. So again, it will just be a single.
A dentary is when you face 100 balls.
A dentary?
How often have you seen him bat in red ball cricket and not face 100 balls? It's a dentary. Just so you know, I know you like your nicknames.
That's a bit of me. Thank you very much. I'm taking it with me. In comes Dudgeon again. Hose on strike this time. Again. Thudded into pad. Dropped into the leg side. Bit of bat in there as well.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw an innings where just every shot has just not come off cleanly almost. There's only been maybe about half a dozen shots that have come cleanly off the bat.
Well, it's going to be another single to end the 14th. 88 for 3 the score. Frank is working his way through pistachios now. He's got all the snacks.
They're my pistachios.
Welcome to Snack Watch at New Road. Right, and on that note, I'm going to steal Frank's pistachios and get out of Dodge.
can't believe that. 88 for 3 now. It's a real struggle for the home side so far with the bat. And we will find out later on whether it is just a case of it's going to be difficult for both sides. They have bowled well though, Kent. I have to say that. Well, Frank Watson has joined me. He's been, not only did he get stuck into the bickies, he's into my dinner, which is my pistachios.
One of your pistachios. Just checking they're all right. I'm just your poison tester.
I'd share my nuts with you any day, Frank.
Well, they have bowled well, haven't they? They've bowled really well. Is it you or me?
It's me. Here is Lintop for another. Oh, Frank, it's just been every
hard.
shot. It's hard work, isn't it?
They've hit a lot of fielders as well, haven't they?
But I think that's part of the timing.
Yeah.
That's the timing issue.
And good field placement and good bowling. Yeah.
They've bowled to their field really well. Wow, great bit of keeping as well from Sam Billings.
I mean, even 140 now would be good from here, wouldn't it?
It'd be very good from here. Oh, down on one knee. This one has gone a long, long way. All the way, in fact, for 6. Knew he would not be denied. Sikandar Raza on his last showing at New Road.
Sikandar Raza and Adam Hose. Go home.
Wow.
Yeah, Jim's saying it's his fault because he's been on and now he's off. We've got our first 6 of the night. Cracking shot. He's so inventive. I mean, even in these conditions, he's the only batter who's scored over a runner ball, 29 of 21. He's clever, isn't he?
He is.
It's hard to describe, really. He's inventive, he's clever, but he's also got a decent technique.
They've just sent a man down right where that ball went over the boundary. And so what does he do? Gets down on one knee and sweeps it square. A good bit of teamwork fielding out there on the boundary. Just all of a sudden, he was never going to not play a big shot. And maybe now he might feel he's got the measure of it. But if someone like Sikandar Raza's struggling, then you know it's tough.
Absolutely. His last game for the Rapids, of course, he's been recalled.
Yes, by Zimbabwe. Oh well, he just caresses that one down to wide, long off.
Yeah, I mean, 1 ball left in the 15th. If they get 10 and over, they get just 150, don't they? Just under 150. It's got to be a minimum requirement, really. Plenty of batters to come.
Well, now Hose goes, and Hose really does go. He's been inspired by Sikandar Raza, and he's actually placed that in almost the same spot over the boundary. Brings up the 100 for the Rapids.
Yeah, just one bounce. I think just inside the road. Yeah.
Just inside.
Yeah, 4 signalled. But 13 off the over. That's only the second over that's gone for double figures. The 11th went for 13. That one's gone for 13. That's the sort of thing they need from now on. It's not easy, especially against the seamers who have varied their pace really well. Jake Lintop, maybe, just a little bit easier to get after. But the seamers, particularly those that have varied their pace, I think have been especially hard to get away. And it's Grant Stewart from the New Road End to try and continue that theme. But he's not got away because that one's short and Raza has hit that onto the top of the marquee at the side of the ladies' pavilion. That's a big hit on today's pitch because it's right in the middle here at New Road. And it was a slower one. He waited for it really well. Just watching the replay on the big screen now. He's really waited nicely, got inside it, fetched it away. So another big one from Sikandar Raza, pressing the accelerator when Worcester need it most. There's no choice, it's got to go at this point. Only 3 down, 4 overs and 5 balls left. 107 for 3. Stewart again to Raza. Goes big again over the offside. 4 more. Now 2 extra. 10 off the first 2 in the over. Sikandar's decided the time has come. He's 42 off 25. It's 111 for 3.
But it is the class of him, isn't it, that he can just decide. He knows how hard it's been.
He's so skillful.
Oh, he's so good.
Plays so many different shots.
I've watched him for a long time play for Zimbabwe, and it's an actual thrill to be here watching him this close.
Stewart in again, bowls to him, and this time he beats him with a wide one outside the off stump. Full and wide, good bowling. Just look to sort of steer it down to third man.
But
he's also, Sikandar Raza, the only 40-year-old boundary rider I've ever seen. He moves so well in the field and between the wickets. Extraordinarily youthful. Bat in hand, he waits. Stewart beats him again with a full wide one. That's good bowling from Grant Stewart. Come back really well. 10 off the first 2, and he's got the full wide one in just inside the permitted restrictions twice, and he's worked out that's maybe the best way to keep Sikandar quiet. Big 2 balls now. Goes full and wide again. Sikandar can't do anything with it. 3 dots on the trot. Well bowled, Grant Stewart, right on that line, right on it.
Yeah, he's
really good bowling.
He's picked his spot, and he's just landed the ball there
3
each
times.
time.
Yeah, execution perfect. So having got 10 off the first 2, Worcester need more of this last one. Last ball of the 16th over. 111 for 3, a modest score, and Sikandar just takes a single. He'll keep the strike. So 11 off the over, but 10 of those off the first 2 balls. Great comeback from the Kent seamer. And Jake Lintop has finished, as we know. 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 36. His figures. And it's going to be Matt Milnes from the Diglis end.
But you're right, Frank. I mean, I looked at that 11, that Worcestershire 11, and I said to you when I came here, gosh, that is a deep batting lineup. I mean, they actually, when you consider Tom Taylor's at 10 and Ben Allison's at 11, you'd argue they actually bat down to 11.
But yeah, I mean, D'Oliveira, Cullen, Waite, they're just going to have to come out and play shots, aren't they, if they get in? That's clever bowling. It's the slow bouncer again, isn't it?
It's been such an effective change-up. It really has.
Right from the beginning, when Isaac played and missed it about 3 of them, didn't he, in 1 over. The variation of pace has been good, but Worcestershire know that. They know how to bowl on this pitch.
Yeah, it's the one thing you would say. Oh!
There you are, that's how to bowl. Matt Milnes uproots Sikandar's middle stump. Great sight for the bowler. Great little knock from Sikandar. 43 off 31, but he's gone. And Worcestershire are 112 for 4. That's a good partnership of 68 for that 4th wicket, but it's been ended in the 17th over. And Sikandar Raza out for 43 of 31, and it brings Matthew Waite to the crease. A change in the order, not surprisingly, but a good innings from Sikandar, but whether it will be sufficient to get Worcestershire to a defendable score remains to be seen.
Well, without it,
if it's under 145, under 150, I think they're going to really struggle.
Well, if it hadn't been for that innings though and his appearance, Sikandar Raza, they'd be in the mire. They really would.
Absolutely. But cometh the hour, cometh the man, Matthew Waite, probably Worcestershire's most consistent cricketer in all formats this season.
That's such
an
all-round
time to come in, isn't it?
just such a good all-round contributor as well.
In every way. Yeah.
He really is.
Just pushes that one out on the onside. Difficult time to come in there and strike it now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think any time the batters are coming in, it's difficult because it's really it is so hard to get the timing on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So especially towards the end where they've got no choice but to try and go from ball one.
Absolutely. Well, that one's short, and he's got that away with weight. Not exactly as he intended. It's short. He's swivelled around. He's got enough bat on it, and it's gone past the man inside the circle at short fine and down to the fine leg boundary for 4. So a good start from Waite. And Worcestershire they've got to take whatever they can, but they've just got to try and get to 140, 145 to have any chance, you would think. Milnes again into Waite, gives himself room, hammers it off the back foot. Good shot again. He's going to get a couple. Boundary rider Lintott scoots round, fields in front of the marquee, but a good shot from Waite, nicely timed.
Yeah, one of the few that is. We haven't seen very many well-timed drives. Kashifali actually played one right in the very first over.
There's hardly been a shot down the ground, has there? And
nope.
Actually, that was the same in the last game here. Hardly a shot down the ground. Milnes again, short, Waite swivels, pulls around to deep mid-wicket. They're only going to get one this time. Good fielding. But Waite picks up his 7th run. He's only faced 4. And at the end of the 17th, Worcestershire are 119 for 4. 7 came from it, 3 overs left. They've got to get another 30, I reckon. They've got a minimum of 30. But Tom Rogers, as good as anybody earlier on for Kent with his medium pace and variations of pace. He changed his pace very, very cleverly, I thought, at the beginning of the innings.
Yeah, he did. It's been a good all-round effort from the Kent bowlers. White just swings across the line, as it has been all match. They've left that leg side pretty much vacant as far as the infield goes. You've got 4 spread out around the boundary on that side, but that's where they've been so disciplined when you talk about bowling to your field, Frank. It's on the offside field they've had up, apart from a deep point at the moment. And shots like that we've seen so often. And they've got to take the risk if they want to try and play it onto the leg side. Going across the line.
For Adam Host to have faced 35, I mean, he's played a yanker role, if you like, which sounds a silly thing to say in T20, but for a player like Host to have faced 35 and only got 38, I think that shows you how difficult it is, really. He's hardly been able to find the boundary at all, has he?
Good running again. And you can see the benefit for Kent in bowling first, so that they get a really good look at this. They have to work out. And I wonder if someone might come out all guns blazing just to see if they can take
they'll struggle.
Chunk out.
Yeah, could well do, couldn't they?
Could go one of 2 ways.
Good fielding from Zach Crawley, saves 2, tumbling stop. Good from Waite again though, waited for it again. It was hit into the pitch, but he waited. Yeah, I think Worcester would have batted though, you know. I think Worcestershire would have batted if they'd have won the toss, because that's what they did on Sunday. Well, they didn't have any choice on Sunday, but they would have done.
But they've got the advantage of knowing how it plays.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe this is the first time these two sides have played. Oh no, it's crazy, this cross. It's mental, Frank.
It is. Another single.
Well, you think Waite's just got to keep going. He's come in and he's got 13 off 8. He's probably got going quicker than anyone else has. Hose is there, is the anchor, ready to go. But Waite's had a few balls now. Of course, it's Hose on strike.
That'll do.
Gonna flash hard, Frank.
Trying to hit it over long on, hits it over third man for 4. That'll do nicely for Adam Hose. Moved right across his stumps and got lucky, but fortune favours the brave, as they say. 18 gone. Worcestershire have reached 130 for 4. So 11 off that over. It's only the third over that's gone for double figures. That tells its own story, I think. But they've still got a chance, haven't they? Another couple of decent overs. They might get 150. I just think 150 psychologically gives you a shout. It's not a great score by any means, but 150 on this pitch,
on the
180 somewhere else.
It's you always got to say that, haven't you? A good score on a particular pitch. Right. On that one has skidded through really low.
Full and wide.
Matt Milnes back for his last over.
Keith Dudgeon's figure's good. 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 22.
He's been particularly good at bowling that slower bouncer.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, full toss. That's a bit of a gift. One that is gratefully received by Waite. That's probably the first really bad ball that we've seen all innings.
Yeah, probably is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Extraordinary thing to say, but you're right. Lintott maybe bowled a couple of short ones, but he got away with them. But yeah, that was and he put it away well, to be fair.
Oh, and that's a great response. The little bit of extra bounce, and Waite just offers it up as catching practice to Rogers. So the 5th wicket falls for 134.
Yeah, it was like catching practice, wasn't it? It was just like they do before the game, when somebody stands there and just steers the catches. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to get it over, obviously. Thought he'd done it at first as well, but couldn't beat Rogers. And Waite goes. Nice little innings, 17 off 11.
For 17 runs off 11 balls.
But he couldn't do much more than that. And to be fair, they added 22 in the space of a couple of overs.
Worcestershire Rapids, number 15, Brett
D'Oliveira comes out to join the man who's replaced him as captain in this format, Adam Hose. Played a captain's innings, if you like, 42 off 36. D'Oliveira played particularly well against Somerset in the last game, relieved of the captaincy. One almost felt as though he batted with a bit of freedom and
is that the idea behind it?
No, I don't think so. I think he just needed a break, really. He's off the mark from his first ball.
Yep, straight away.
But there was almost a cathartic feel to his innings last Sunday when he just went out at the end and took the attack to the Somerset bowlers. He was quite pumped up, I think it's fair to say.
Oh, yes, do see that, don't you? Sometimes they're being relieved of the captaincy can help. Oh, tried to slog sweep that one.
It's a good over, this, isn't it?
It's a great over. Yeah, just what they needed. The penultimate over, and there's been 5 runs off it and a wicket so far.
Brilliant from Milnes. Such a good cricketer. And his figures are going to be impressive as well. Again, really clever bowling from Milnes.
Just can't get anything on it. Just 5 runs coming from that over, and the wicket of Waite as well. That's outstanding death bowling from Milnes. Dot balls and a wicket. You really can't ask for any more.
4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 20 from Matt Milnes. 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 22 from Keith Dudgeon. 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 36 from Jake Lintott. Rogers is going to finish off. Dendy just the 1 over, which went for 9. And Grant Stewart, 3 overs, no maidens, no wicket for 24. Really good effort by the Spitfires attack. Rogers starts the last over. D'Oliveira steers his first ball behind square on the offside for a single. The fact that it's the last over and they're not even trying to go big tells you everything, really. You just can't do it. Just can't do it.
Yeah, it's not about the lack of intent to score at all.
No.
It's
a combination of good bowling and a
pitch that
has lacked pace, I think, really.
And made it really hard. It's that sort of spongy bounce as well.
Yeah. What can Hose do?
Oh, wow.
1 bounce 4. So well played, Adam Hose. He waited for it. That was again the key. Had to wait. Couldn't go through with the big shot. He, if anybody, has got in him. The one player that's got in, really. I suppose Raza, but Hose has faced 39 deliveries now for 46. It tells its own story.
Well, we've seen so many players go through their shots a bit early, and that's when we've seen the leading edges or the spooning to mid-on.
Yeah. 4 balls left. Hose swings again out the leg side. Only get 1 this time, though. Can't beat the fielder out on the boundary. 1 run, 141 for 5. 3 balls left. I said 145 a few minutes, well, about an hour ago, I think.
How many can they get off 3 balls?
Well, they'd like another 10, I guess, to get that 150, but it's not over. They know what they've got to do with the ball.
Just remember, they were 55 for 3 after 10.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go, D'Oliveira looking to go big, just doesn't time it. Gets it up on the splice.
It's the sound.
Single. Yeah.
It's the sound. It's a really thuddy kind of sound, not clean. If it was just one batter, but it's just been everyone who's come out there.
It has. I think you're right. Somebody might come out and try and go big from the beginning.
Yeah, I think
the power play will be interesting, I think. Hose has whacked this one away on the leg side, and he's been caught out in the deep. Sure, he had to go for it, and picked out the fielder, who incidentally isn't on the rope at deep mid wicket, about 10 yards inside, and takes the catch comfortably. Dudgeon the catcher. Well played, Adam Hose. 47 off 41 in the circumstances. A pretty good effort. It's been an outstanding bowling performance by the Kent bowlers.
Yeah, it really has. You can have a helpful pitch, but you've still got to bowl with accuracy and find the right length very quickly.
Nice time to come in for Usama Mir. 1 ball left. What can you do, Usama? And the answer is, I can hit it up in the air and I can be caught by Dudgeon too, and he is. So 2 in 2 for Rogers. Usama's out for naught, and Worcestershire finish on 142 for 7 in exactly 20 overs. Kent will need 143 to win. Brett D'Oliveira finished unbeaten on 3, and Rogers finishes with figures of 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 29. Outstanding from Kent. Worcestershire just about done enough to feel that they're still in it if they bowl well. The pitch has not been easy. It will need just a couple of Kent batters to play well. It's a modest target. My money would be on Kent, but I don't think Worcestershire has a bit more.
It's hard to say. I would not be surprised, as I said, to see Kent come out and say, right, designated hitter, you go out there and see if you can take a chunk out of it, because if you take a chunk out of it, then all of a sudden everyone's job becomes much easier. And if they lose a wicket or two by doing that, then that changes the tactics somewhat, doesn't it? But I reckon it's worthwhile just having a go with one, giving yourself one wicket to say, let's see if we can just take 30, 40 runs out of this as quickly as we can. But you can come unstuck doing that, right? That's the other side to it.
Yeah.
You can come unstuck.
And the power play, I still think the power play would be important. Worcestershire get 3 wickets in the power play, who knows. Anyway, we'll be back. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage. 3 wickets for Matt Milnes, 2 for Tom Rogers, 1 for Keith Dudgeon, 1 for Jake Lintott. Top scorer for Worcestershire, Adam Hose with 47. Sikandar Raza made 43. A modest 142 for 7 the home side have made. We'll be back in around about 7 or 8 minutes time to bring you the Kent reply.
Well, the officials are on their way back out. The Rapids are on their way back out. Spitfires batters going through their final stretches before they make their way onto the playing surface. If the Rapids are going to pull this one off, they're going to have to bowl very, very well indeed. I'm Jim Dale, alongside me, Mel Farrell. Good to have you.
Good to be had.
Right, so, a low total. Does it come down to how the Spitfires attack this? Do they look to be positive? Do they think about what they've just seen and decide to play on the cautious side? They've got some proper big hitters in their side. It's full of international calibre players.
Yeah, I think, as I was saying to Frank just before we sort of went off for the break, I think someone will have a free pass to basically come out and try and take a big bite out of this target. Because if just one player does it and it comes off, then everyone else can sort of play around that. That can go one of two ways. If it comes off, great for Kent. But if it is as difficult for them to get their timing on this pitch, if Worcestershire do bowl as well as Kent did, then they might find that such an approach means they lose a few wickets early, and then the uncertainty creeps in.
Taking wickets early is going to make a difference. Tom Taylor tends to do that with a new ball. He has the ball in hand at the Diglis end. Expect the usual prodigious in-swinging boomers from Tom Taylor. Matty Waite most likely from the New Road end. As we've got a bit of a false start. Finch on strike.
It's a big bird has just flown across the sight screen, a big gull. We're too far from the sea for it to be a seagull. And it did just fly right over Tom Taylor against the backdrop of the sight screen.
In comes Taylor now though. And that's going to be a wide first up. Down the leg side. You want to be careful, you don't want to give them anything here.
They're going to have to be sharp in the field to Worcestershire, and not just in taking catches, but in really squeezing and being quick on anything, not giving away an extra run, any overthrows. It's going to be tight defence all the way if they're going to have any chance.
Deep in his crease and just work to the leg side. Matt Taylor just doesn't pick up. It means they can scamper through for a single to get this reply underway. Off the bat, 2 in total. Early fist bump there between Daniel Bell-Drummond and Harry Finch. Over 5,000 runs in T20 cricket, Daniel Bell-Drummond. All formats, just a fantastic cricketer. One of those cricketers that's never quite made it to full international honours. Not been far away. Just drops that soft hands.
This is
another dot ball.
Yeah, it was what we saw difficult for the Worcestershire players, was to play those little drop and runs. So Worcestershire also, they have that offside ring pretty well stacked.
Averaging just over 21 this year, which is a little bit down on what you'd normally expect from him. That's a good bit of fielding. Slightly over pitch from Tom Taylor. Handsome looking drive. Good stop in the covers from Brett D'Oliveira. Who else?
Yeah, and he was fielding quite short in the covers as well. He's not a tall man, but I mean, he was actually a little bit closer into the bat. Just such good reflexes.
And early on you can see Bell-Drummond taking a little step forward and taking guard outside his crease, but he can only just play it into the leg side. Plenty of energy in the field for the Rapids. I think they know just how tricky it's going to be, a small total though it is. But he's an experienced campaigner, Daniel Bell-Drummond. Played all over the place: New Zealand, Australia, USA, UAE, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka.
They're just putting an extra fielder out on the leg side boundary, deep square leg.
And plenty of real estate to get down the other end. And in the deep, completing a fielding. Simple single.
And just maybe some protection for the in-swing that Taylor can get. Just having the extra protection. As there is that risk, as there was for Worcestershire batting, that if they try and play across the line and access that fairly empty leg side, there's the danger of a miscue.
Fuller this time, again played out into the leg side, and a watchful over to begin proceedings. 4 from it, but it looks like these two are just going to take what's on offer. No real scoreboard pressure to speak of. Worcestershire have got to be really disciplined here. Nothing loose, nothing for the batters to throw their hands at. Matt Waite will open the bowling from the New Road end, and he has been, well, he's been phenomenal actually. Red ball, white ball, been entirely dependable.
Well, it's not just with the ball, it's with the bat, it's kind of everything he does. He's been such a good all-round contributor for this side in all the formats. And boy, oh boy, do they need him now with the ball. And yet again we see it's just the drop and run is not as easy as one might imagine, and you can hear that same sound. It's that really thuddy sound. And the ball coming off the bat doesn't ping. There's no echoey ping.
No, it is a test of one's patience and discipline. You don't normally associate that with T20, but here we are.
And what you saw with particularly Isaac Mohammed, but also with Kashif Ali, as they got impatient early on, they got frustrated. So I wonder if Kent batters will have maybe learned a little bit from that, and that if you come down the track, if you try to hit over mid-on, there's every chance you will spoon it to the fielder.
Well, it's been a very popular dismissal at New Road, mid-on, long on as well, coming in from the deep, as it's been mistimed and spooned 3/4 of the way to the boundary.
Well, they're just actually sending Brett D'Oliveira out to deep mid-wicket. Fielder coming in to a short extra cover. So 2 out on the leg side. Oh, in the air. And they're going to get a couple of runs. That's just yet more evidence of the difficulty of striking through the ball cleanly. And I imagine Finch's heart might have been in his mouth for a little second there, just wide of the fielder.
Yeah, not a lot of footwork, just reaching for that a little bit. Uppish drive.
Whips this one down to D'Oliveira. We saw move down to the deep mid-wicket boundary earlier. I wonder if they might try and chance the twos a little bit more. So that was something that Worcestershire did struggle a little bit with in getting the twos. That leg side is ripe for them. And then they've already managed, is it 3 twos perhaps? It's going to be a game where the twos are important. It's only going to be one there. Good crowd in here enjoying the sunshine. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon here in Worcester. That's in the air as well. So it's all a bit uppish, a little bit streaky, but they are unscathed so far. Kent Spitfires, 9 for none after 2, which is exactly what Worcestershire were on after 2 overs. The thing is, they lost a wicket, their first wicket in the 3rd over and their second wicket in the 4th over, because they basically were getting frustrated at the slow start. Kent know that actually this is probably a normal start after having watched what happened in the first over.
Bowled him! Needed a breakthrough. Harry Finch looking to manufacture something, and his leg stump is out the ground. Tom Taylor takes the wicket. Worcestershire need that. I'm not sure the shot was necessary, but the Rapids won't care. If they're going to get out of a bit of a hole here, they're going to have to take wickets to do it.
Well, it's turning out to be a very, very similar innings so far to what we saw before. Finch just perhaps losing patience a little bit. Thinking he had to go for the innovation, but Taylor's ability to bring the ball back into the right-hander has just exploited beautifully. And Zach Crawley it is, coming out to the middle now.
Well, Worcestershire a little bit ahead of schedule here. First wicket didn't go down to 2.3 overs. But it's Zach Crawley. If there's one thing we know about Zach Crawley, he likes a big booming drive outside off stump. But there is no doubting this man's talent, and he's the sort of player that can take a game away from you in a couple of overs.
He sure can.
Taylor on his way into the former England Test start. And it's just worked to the leg side, waits there, but it's a bit of a misfield off the forearms. They'll take 2 when 1 might have been a problem.
Yeah, that's what they have to eliminate. It's actually the second time that Waite's had a little bit of a fumble fielding in that position. And any of those little misfields that allow another one through, they're just, it's a little pressure valve release, isn't it?
Every run at a premium. Every run you can save, every boundary you can stop as Taylor's in again. And it's going to be wide. He's just a little bit straight here. It's Taylor.
Yeah, they could be expensive to the extras. Second wide, bowled by Tom Taylor. Zach Crawley's another one you can't imagine just knocking it around.
And drive on the front foot, very Zach Crawley-esque, and again you hear that
thwack.
Yeah, that was a thwack. We had a thunk and a thwack. I'm into that.
Yeah,
I'm into this.
Thunks and thwacks.
A game of boggle using exclusively onomatopoeic cricket noises. There we go. In comes Taylor again. Big backlift from Crawley. And again, Taylor does a smart bit of fielding off his own bowling. And it's back-to-back dot balls.
That was really well fielded.
Just stuck a paw down, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's stuck as well. That feels nice, doesn't it?
I know Zach Crawley loves to drive. It's not been a productive shot. Apart from, I reckon there's only been about maybe 4 or 5 productive drives that we've seen. Just dropping those 2 fielders out on the leg side again. Strengthening point.
Slower and driven gently to D'Oliveira. It seems to be a ploy, doesn't it? 4 balls into the over, they go and protect the leg side. The extra man out in the deep.
And I think it's almost an invitation as it is as much a protection.
Yeah, take a single, we're fine with that.
Yeah, but if you try and go across the line,
lofted drive, lovely shot. That's vintage Zach Crawley. Didn't try and hit it too hard, almost checked that drive but timed it nicely, and it's as good a bit of timing as we've seen today, Mel. But
yes, it was beautifully struck, and we know that Zach Crawley loves to drive, so, and they were hanging it outside the off stump though, the timing difficult to get, but on that occasion it was just over pitched, a little bit too full and a little bit too straight. Zach Crawley doesn't miss out. 16 for 1 after 3.
Spitfires have raced ahead in the comparison.
Ben Allison.
Worcestershire were 12 for 1.
And change in the bowling, Ben Allison, it's going to be from the New Road end. Bill Drummond on strike now. And, oh, is he? Yes, he has got him first ball. Oh, it was the juggle. Oh my goodness, hearts and mouths all around New Road.
Well, the comparisons just keep coming. A wicket in the 3rd over, a wicket in the 4th over, just as the Rapids did. Bill Drummond goes. Allison, let's face it, the line was all wrong, but he didn't time it. Cloft to short. Fine leg. The Rapids have their 2nd. Both openers are gone.
There was weight in there. We know that he'd made a couple of misfields in that position.
Absolutely determined to field nothing cleanly today. But he clung on, and that's the most important bit.
Well, he recovered. And it does bring those Sam Billings out to the middle. Now, if you want a pair who can score quickly, Zach Crawley and Sam Billings would be that pair.
Well, he's scored 338 runs this year, an average of 67, a strike rate of 180. So Billings, he's in pretty good nick.
The crowd starting to get a little bit excited now. Oh, that one whistles past the outside edge.
Well, I imagine he's not made any of his 338 runs this year on a deck like this, Mel. So, good start from Allison.
It has been a terrific start from Allison. I mentioned the crowd getting into it, just perhaps starting to feel like, do you know what, it's not that easy here.
There's one guy having a good time.
Oh, another one falls! Allison has 2 in 3 balls, and Billings goes for a duck. It is not easy to bat here. Small totals can be defended. We're about to find out just how well Worcestershire can do that. And a short stay in the middle, just targeting that top of off. It's what Kent bowlers did so well. And Allison, well, he's come in on the 4th over and really made his presence felt in this match.
It's an absolute jaffer. Moves in, pitches, seams away, takes the top of off. You can't play that. You can't play that. Ben Allison, take a bow, my man.
Well.
And if they were unsure how they were going to play it, the Spitfires, I think they know now. 16 for 3, goodness me, strap-in gang.
Well,
the game of cricket on.
The thing is, Ben Allison still has 3 balls remaining in his over.
It's an absolute perler, that delivery. That is a cold day in April in county cricket sort of stuff.
It certainly was an absolute cracker.
And I'm starting to see now just how intelligent and controlled Sikandar Raza and Adam Hose were.
Yeah.
Because we saw them they weren't taking on big shots until there were some runs on the board. So talking about them playing within themselves.
Right, Allison on a roll, Denley, and clips it away nicely. Maybe just a little bit too full from Allison, a little bit too straight that time. But they'll take that.
There are different ways for cricket to be exciting, Mel.
Look, I love a low-scoring thriller. I genuinely do. You wouldn't want it every time, but I think also you don't want a big slogfest every time. And sometimes it can be enjoyable to see the bowlers on top. Batters have it all their own way far too often in cricket, T20 cricket in particular.
Small boundaries, big bats.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
impact players.
You can chip the paint on leg stump, but if the bail doesn't come off, it's a wide.
Exactly. So it's a fascinating contest, this one. Wow, he's going to have to bowl that one again. So that's the third wide bowled. So they won't want to give away too many of those. Really don't want any freebies. They're taking now 18 for 3. I'll be feeling like they've made a good start to their defence. Only takes one good partnership though. Oh, Allison, what an over that was from Ben Allison, at the end of which Kent are 18 for 3, so 2 runs coming off the over and 2 wickets to Allison. A superb bowling. The same point, Worcestershire were 14 for 2.
Well, Taylor's going to continue, as he tends to. They don't tend to bowl him at the death anymore. And with things going the way they are, with the Rapids foot firmly on the chest of the Kent Spitfires batters, why wouldn't you continue with your leader of the attack? And he comes to Joe Denley. Lofted drive, slightly mistimed.
Oh, that is what we've seen happen. We saw a first couple of wickets, that miscued on drive going to mid-on.
It's got the feeling of, do you bring mid-on up into a catching position?
Then Crawley's got the ability to go. I think mid-on is in a catching position.
Well, Denley is. It's been diminished returns really with the bat in recent years, but he's whipped that away nicely. That's going to be 4. Bit too short, bit too straight. Clubbed away.
Yeah, well played. It was sitting up nicely for him. As you say, a little bit too straight. And Joe Denley did exactly what he should do, is that when he gets a bad ball, he puts it away.
Fuller this time, bit of pace off, good reply. And maybe good with the nicknames, not so good with the familial relations. Jaden, not his son, nephew, you corrected me.
Oh, don't make so. You made me sound like
it's important.
It was quite off air.
Cricket, here's the thing. Cricket fans, they're discerning. They know this stuff, and people will hear that and say that Jim Dale's a joke. So I want to, I'll correct the record. I'm into this. It's okay. I feel safe, man. It's all right.
You're in a safe place.
In comes Taylor again. Just back of a length. Dropped to the offside. Good bit of running.
It is a good bit of running because those little drop and runs have not necessarily been easy. Roderick is quick as well. Very athletic keeper.
well, it's just about maximising everything at your disposal, isn't it? And those quick singles are going to be really valuable. 23 for 3, the score. We rolled into New Road this evening, glorious sunshine. We weren't quite expecting this, but it's turning into quite the spectacle.
Just having a little discussion while they bring deep mid-wicket up to the ring.
Clipped away, nicely timed. Man out in the deep, it'll just be one. Good looking shot, not quite such a good looking throw in.
They're finding it a little bit easier to play on the leg side, the Kent batters. I think Worcestershire have perhaps not been quite so disciplined in preventing those, because they have been able to just kind of get it away with a little bit more control on the leg side than the Worcestershire batters were able to do early on.
Last ball of the 5th, in comes Taylor. Bunted into the leg side, they'll think about 2. Good pick up, quick release as well. So just the one, good bit of fielding. Yeah, you're right, Mel. We saw with Adam Hose actually just moving across to off stump and try and play the ball through leg as much as possible. Because we even saw balls that were wide outside off stump, they weren't even that easy to cut, but you normally just throw your hands through.
Yeah, just a few times we've been able to get that away, and we have also seen 3 wides down the leg side. So just a few times that they've kind of just given that away a bit, and you sort of say that you're almost critiquing every ball even more than you normally would because of the importance of it. Well, here is Allison back again. And once more, just an easy single to Denley on the leg side. They'll take that. What they were able to do well early on in the first couple of overs, Kent, was get the 2 runs on the leg side.
Well, Ben Allison, inexperienced in the world of T20 cricket, only played a handful of games. Been expensive early in his career as well, so this will do him the world of good.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Guy.
2 for 2 off his first over. Oh, again, that mid-on position.
And it's another stinker of a ball in for Rodders to deal with.
No, Tom Taylor it was fielding. He hasn't even raised his hand up. Come on, Tom.
Fast bowlers don't apologise, do they? Grumpy bunch.
He never comes across as that grumpy. He's just moving down to long on though now.
He's heard me say it. Oh no.
It's right in front of us. Oh, a thick edge. Not thick enough for the fielder who is in the gully, but enough on it to get the boundary. Streaky, but they all count.
Well, I think a slip snaffles that up. Give us a good bit of bowling. Crawley won't mind.
On that one with Roderick up to the stumps. Just putting the pressure on Crawley. Very good keeper, Gareth Roderick. He's so athletic. Boy, we've seen a lot of keeper up to the stumps action in recent weeks, haven't we? Whether it's Test cricket or T20 cricket. There's a risk, of course. It's a good tumbling stop by Adam Hose. So just a single. Yeah, I feel like the keeper up to the stumps to seamers is the new black.
It's very a la mode, isn't it? But it's a wonderful skill, because Ben Allison, he's no slouch at all. He's a proper fast medium bowler.
And that's going to be another one for Tom Taylor.
It's well weighted, isn't it, for the single?
Yep. Yeah, it was
nice
well weighted.
touch.
So the power play done and dusted, and Spitfires 32 for 3. At the same point, Worcestershire were 27 for 2. So take what you will out of that. They do say there's an advantage or a disadvantage to losing 3 wickets in the power play. Slightly ahead on runs. Statistically, that's a thing anyway. I don't know what it necessarily means in a slower scoring game though. We're going to have.
This is generally a lower risk sort of chase, as we're going to get Sikandar Raza's box of tricks from the Diglis end. That distinctive run up, the spinner's version of a Bob Willis, just hiding that ball behind his back. Oh, that one kept low. Denley managed to heave that into the leg side, just a single. So this will very much be a move away from hit the top of off, be consistent. It is going to be a bit of everything. Sliders, knuckleballs, slingy seamers a little bit faster. That's nicely worked. I think about 2. Think better of it though. It's Kashif out there doing the fielding. Good throw as well. Well, the required rate is up to 8. And in modern cricket, that's absolutely nothing at all. But in the context of this game, it's slowly creeping up. Raza slower this time. Really good bit of work. It's been called a wide. His foot's down. Good bit of glove work that from Gareth Roderick.
He'd have hated of being stumped off a wide. But they're actually doing a better job of eliminating the dot balls, or minimising at least the dot balls.
Better line from Raza. It's just a bit of turn that took it down the leg side. It wasn't far away from being a good delivery. But yes, they're aware, aren't they, is that they're not looking for boundaries quite so much, unless they're on offer. But you're right, it's the making use of the space, waiting nicely. Wrapped in the pad and given. Raza's got a wicket in his first over and his last game at New Road this season. And a little partnership that was building has been broken, and goodness me did he enjoy that, along with a good 4,000 or so here at New Road.
Oh, they're going to miss him too. The great entertainer, Sikandar Raza, knew he was going to get a 6 in this last game, knew he was going to get a wicket. He had to.
And look, he's just big time, isn't he? He's a man that exudes confidence. It's a poor shot, it's a good delivery. Just about in line. Just a man who knows his game inside out, full of confidence. Doesn't hold back in being himself, an entirely authentic human being though, and a sprightly 40-year-old fizzing round the boundary. Just wants to be in the game, wants to be involved, and goodness me, he enjoyed that. I'm sure Frank Watson enjoyed that as well. He'll be back on in just a couple of moments and I'll make way. But just for now, we can enjoy the highest ranking T20 all-rounder in world cricket here at New Road. Tom Rogers on strike. Round the wicket is Raza to the left-hander, a little bit short but not timed. So it'll be another dot ball, 35 for 4. 1 ball left in the 7th. I'm enjoying myself.
So you should. It's cricket. It's a beautiful evening. We're at a lovely ground. It's actually quite entertaining. Good to see us slip in.
Driven to that man on the offside, finishes with another not ball. A successful over from Sikandar Raza. He gets the applause of this grateful home crowd. 35 for 4. The Spitfires have found themselves in more than a spot of bother here. I'm going to take a breather, recompose myself. Frank Watson back with us.
So now, after 7 overs, 35 for 4, Kent. At the same stage, Worcestershire were 35 for 2. So things have evened up run-wise, but they've lost a couple of extra wickets. As we see Osama Mir now come into the attack from the New Road end. Last over from Sikandar Raza, 1 wicket, 3 runs. Oh my goodness! Now it's Osama Mir in on the action. He's delighted. It's a bit of a procession at the moment for Kent now. It's not easy batting here. And now it's Crawley on his way back. Wow. As soon as there is a bowling change, Adam Hose, the new captain, has rotated his bowlers beautifully tonight. Just a little feather, but it was enough. And now Kent 35 for 5 as Frank Watson joins me. Well, Frank.
It just needs somebody to step up here, doesn't it, for Kent? Somebody's got to say, I'm going to play that innings, but it's not really that much different from what we thought we might see. I mean, there's been 1 or 2 special moments. Ben Allison's delivery to get rid of Sam Billings stands out. Absolute jaffer. And Billings has been in form, and he's obviously the key man. But they've just been at it, haven't they? Worcestershire, they know how difficult it is on this pitch. They will have gone out there with some belief. That's an excellent shot from Benjamin. Plays the reverse to his first ball from Osama. Hits it with the spin, gets it right. 4 down to third man. But yeah, Worcestershire in their huddle, you can just imagine what was said, can't you? You know, it's a low score, but we're not out of it. We know what it's like to bat on this pitch. We know how difficult it can be. Let's believe, and they have believed, and they've got themselves into a brilliant position. But they're only 1 or 2 good innings away from being beaten because it's that low a score.
Yeah, it's one good. It's one good partnership, isn't it?
It's interesting T20 cricket,
yeah,
but not as we know it.
A couple of bowlers who've come in too, in Ben Allison and Osama Mir, coming in and taking the wicket on the first ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Osama again then from the New Road end in the sunshine. Bowls Fuller this time, driven out on the offside, but can't beat the field this time, Benjamin. So he got that beautiful reverse away first ball, but 2 dots since then. 39 for 5, Kent. Run rate required has gone up to 8.5. Osama bowls short and he cuts at it, misses it, could have easily nicked it. Roderick again takes. Bit of bounce there for Osama that time.
He's been good behind the stumps.
Yeah, he's
as Roderick. Not surprising, by the way, but kept up to Allison.
Yeah.
As well to keep the pressure on.
Last ball of the over. Full dug out, end of the over. Good over from Osama. Got a wicket. Conceded the boundary. Won't mind that. 8 gone. Worcestershire were 44 for 2. Kent are 39 for 5. The target, remember, is a modest 143. Game on here at New Road. Earlier today, Worcestershire put into bat 142 for 7 in their 20 overs. Top scorers Adam Hose 47 and Sikandar Raza with 43.
Oh, that's that one partnership I was talking about. Now, slip in again. Oh, and he goes for that one. There's a fielder out there. And it's another wicket on the first ball of the over. And they continue to tumble here at New Road. The crowd are up and about. They're enjoying this. It's a tricky small target. just took the long handle to it.
It is not easy to play big shots on this ground. I'm just going to report on the catcher. It was Kashifali.
That's it. He's over the other side to us. It's a little bit hard to tell. But
Sikander Raza's celebration was absolutely ecstatic.
Well, he's box office.
Last game for Worcestershire, he wants to end it on a high. He batted beautifully, and now he's picked up 2 wickets in his first 7 deliveries. And Kent are 39 for 6 as Jake Lintott comes out to join Chris Benjamin. 2 former Bears.
It is indeed.
39 for 6, Mel.
Wow. Incredible, isn't it?
And Lintott tries a reverse first ball.
Wow. You've got to be careful first ball. You've got to be careful first ball. Well, this is it. And you know, we did wonder it's going to frustrate. As soon as you start losing a few wickets in a small chase, you see sides then become a little bit uncertain in their batting. They just need one good partnership, but it ain't easy. Oh, got him on the pads. Umpire says no.
Again, not given this time. Leg by.
He wants player of the match in his last game, doesn't he, Frank? I say that.
It's every ball's an event at the moment, isn't it? Every ball. I think you're okay. You
okay, it might be my headphones. Yeah, I don't think it's about him getting player of the match in his last game at all. I think he'd dearly love to leave Worcestershire in a good place.
That's hammered away, but only for 1. Can you hear now?
Yep, right? Yeah. I've got it now, thank you. It was just, I wasn't sure if anyone else could hear me.
Chris Benjamin looks in the mood anyway. But it's not easy, is it? You can't just go out there and whack it on this pitch. Someone like Adam Hose takes 40-odd deliveries to get 40-odd.
Well, that partnership is between Adam Hose and Sikander Raza is looking better and better all the time. Oh!
Well, that's out, I reckon. Ooh,
oh!
Good shot. That one's gone for the reverse, hit him on the back leg.
Wow.
Umpire Inglis, a former spin bowler himself, rules not out, and I'm not going to argue with him because he's probably, if not the best, one of the best 3 umpires in the world. And his wife's sitting in the crowd, not that far away from us either.
Circumspection.
But I'm going to look at the replay. Plays the reverse again, plays it well, but only 1. Here we go. No, outside the line, outside the line. Very good decision, brilliant decision.
Wow, 42 for 6 after 9 overs.
Who'd have thumped it? Worcestershire were 47 for 3. Not much difference in the runs, but
3 wickets is out.
3 wickets is a game. Yeah, it is. Still got Grant Stewart.
Yeah,
Pete Dudgeon and Matt Milnes, but big guns are going, aren't they? The big guns.
This could be a real thriller. Osama Mir, came on, took a wicket first ball in his first over. Oh, Lintott plays back. They're celebrating. They think he got a feather on it.
It's unlike Gareth Roderick to do that.
Yeah. Well, Osama Mir also was convinced that he'd just got a little tickle out of Lintott.
Ran down the pitch with the ball, Roderick. Adam Hose enjoying his captaincy by the look of it. Down the leg side this time, not signalled wide, might have just flicked the pad.
Roderick making sure that take the stumps off, everything to put all the pressure in the world on Lintott, who's got 1 run off the first 6 balls that he's faced. Oh, it's playing with danger, and he's been given!
Run out.
He's run out! He was playing with danger all right, and danger won. Jake Lintott, this is what it does to you. Scrambles your brain, doesn't it? When it's so hard. It was his 7th ball he'd faced. He'd only scored 1 run. And now Jake Lintott is the 7th wicket to fall. Extraordinary stuff here at New Road.
I think he was in the air, you know, because he's over the line, but I think he was flying through the air when the bails came off. I haven't seen it square on. Didn't look disappointed with the decision. I'd like to see it square on. Here we are. Close. It was close.
Very tight. Very, very tight.
But you're right, Mel. It's what pressure does, isn't it? It's what pressure does to your brain when you're out there. 42 for 7 in the 10. Absolutely extraordinary. Worcestershire are on fire.
They certainly are.
I can hear you. It's this
I've
link
got a
here, I
dodgy
think.
headset. There we are.
Is that okay?
Yep, here's the summer there.
Oh, he's edged it through slip. He's got a slip in. He's got too much on it, and it's flown over the head of slip. Adam Ho's almost got his captaincy absolutely spot on with that field change. It's gone for 4, but it's all happening out there. The thing with a low score is that even though 46 for 7, it still means, you know, somebody has a swing and gets away with it for half an hour. It's game over, isn't it? Stewart drives, gets a single. 47 for 7.
Well, it's just those first few wickets. Once those early wickets went,
yeah.
Everyone who walks in now has seen the others walk in and walk back off.
Osama again bowls, taking on the pad, drops down on the onside.
That's
end of the over. So the halfway point is reached. 47 for 7. Kent. The men out. Finch 6, Beldrummond 2, Billings 0, Denley 10, Crawley 13, Rogers 0, and Lintott 1.
So the highest score so far, 13.
Yeah.
The Crawley 13.
10 remaining, and the run rate required is now up to 9.6.
I go back to Frank.
I don't know why this happens. Keep talking. You're right. The listener can hear you, even if I can't.
Steps away.
Now it's my headphones.
How good that partnership was between Adam Hose and Sikandar Raza. And that's just what Kent need. They just need one partnership of similar ilk. Carbon copy of the previous shot.
Can you hear yourself now? I can't hear you.
I can hear myself. Backs away. This time gets it a little bit squarer. Will just be the single. And we were sort of saying at the halfway mark, after 10 overs, that Worcestershire were only 55 for 3. And what an effort it took for them to push up to 142. It's going to take an even bigger effort now for Kent, with only 3 wickets remaining. Again, just that thwunk. I'm going to go with thwunk on that occasion. Just that really slightly dull sound of the ball of the bat. This bat is just... a little issue. Hopefully you're hearing. just played late. That gets past. The 50 comes up with that single, but boy oh boy, it's been hard work and they've lost 7 wickets along the way.
So there we are, 54-7 off 11. What a remarkable game. Usama Mir to continue. Ooh, and a swing and a miss from Grant Stewart. Sikandar Raza, what a spell. 3 overs, no maidens, 2 for 7. Usama again bowls. Stewart drives this time on the offside, and they get a single. Can you hear me now or not?
I can hear you, I can't hear me. So hopefully
you can hear me not through the headset.
No, I can hear you through the headset.
But you can't hear you through the headset. That's very strange, isn't it? I can't hear you through this. I can hear me, but I can't hear you. That's the opposite of you. That's very strange.
Most people would be grateful.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled, and he's got him. LBW. It's not going to go on for much longer at this rate. This is absolutely extraordinary. Usama Mir traps Benjamin, LBW, and Kent are 51 for 8 in the 12th over. And this remarkable game is hastening towards a conclusion, with Kent's top score at the moment being 13. Absolutely, I don't think I've ever seen a T20 game like this, Mel.
Batters, I would suggest.
I can hear you.
Oh, good.
I don't think I've ever seen a T20 game like this. I really don't. And Worcestershire's innings is looking, that partnership between Sikandar Raza and Adam Hose is looking remarkable now, isn't it? Kent supporters watching this, and forgive us, we've had those technical problems. That's why you might have heard us saying, can you hear me? And I can't hear you, because we've had some issues. But Kent supporters that are watching this from afar will find it hard to believe. Top score of 13, only 2 players have reached double figures, and they are 51 for 8. That one's down the leg side, 52 for 8, because that's a wide. Keith Dudgeon is the new batsman. Grant Stewart has 8. Unbelievable procession of batsmen.
It really has been.
Usama has bowled beautifully, and that one is again right on the money. Sikandar Raza, 3 overs, no maidens, 2 for 8. Goodness me.
And don't forget the runs that he scored.
The runs he scored as well. Oh, and that's chipped in the air, but wide of the bowler. Yeah, and it's his last game for Worcestershire. It's a real shame for Worcestershire that if they do manage to progress, which is still an outside chance, that he won't be here. Been called up by Zimbabwe, but what an impact he's made. He really has been outstanding in this campaign. This bloke's not done too badly either. Usama Mir pushed out for a single on the offside on that occasion by Grant Stewart. The end of the over, 54 for 8. Time to say thank you to Melinda Fowler, who's going to pass on her headset, hoping it still works, to Jim Dale. 12 overs gone, Kent needing a modest 143 to win, are 54 for 8. Their best over has gone for 7. To be fair, in the Worcestershire innings, only 3 overs that went for double figures. Brett D'Oliveira coming into the attack. at the Diglis end with his brand of leg spin. Might be tempted to have a go at D'Oliveira as the 6th bowler. 54 for 8 and Stewart on strike. Goes back to D'Oliveira, cuts in the air, but it drops short of Usama Mir at short third. Well, Jim, who'd have thunk it?
Well, they often say wait till both sides have had a bat, but
even so,
this has been astonishing.
D'Oliveira again. Stewart back, hits it in the air, and is caught at long off. It's almost all over. Worcestershire are absolutely rampant here. Kashif Ali takes another catch, Brett D'Oliveira gets a wicket, and Kent are 51 for 9.
Well, absolutely everyone with a ball in hand from a Rapids perspective is making hay.
Beg your pardon, not Kashif Ali. Sorry, Jim.
And a low total, it has to be said, but Kent just haven't mustered anything in reply. It's been an astonishing chase, and again it just throws into focus that partnership between Sikandar Raza and Adam Hose, who just accepted it wasn't going to be 8, 9, 10 and over.
68 they added for that 4th wicket.
And they played within themselves, but they just knew, didn't they, Frank?
Well,
and we felt like it was going to be a tall order to defend it. In fact, they've made it look easy. Astonishing.
D'Oliveira, a bit short this one, pulled away by Milnes for a single. Hose batted within himself, and Raza was incredibly creative, I thought, with his run scoring. He scored all around the wicket, but he waited for the slower balls. He was just very, very imaginative. And Kent bowled beautifully. Another single here, by the way. Kent bowled beautifully. Let's take nothing away from the Kent bowlers. They bowled really well. But Worcestershire kind of knew what to expect on this pitch. And, well, they couldn't have believed it would quite turn out like this. That one again is short from D'Oliveira. It's pulled up to long on. Isaac Mohammed will field. They'll get a single. Well, 2 or 3 short in this over and got away with them, D'Oliveira. But I think there's a hush around the ground because people can't quite believe what they've seen. I think I really do. D'Oliveira again bowls, and this one is pushed up to long on. They'll only take one. Isaac's got a long way to come in. I think they're in shock, the Kent batters out there at the moment. They don't quite know what to make of it themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, the run rates are relevant at this point. The key is they're still 85 runs shy of their target, and we know that the Rapids run rate is not ideal. They've taken a couple of really heavy defeats in this competition, but it feels like they're about to dish one out themselves. Usama Mir is going to continue. 3 overs, 2 wickets and just 13 runs. The economy rates actually of this Rapids bowling performance are something to behold. We'll get to those in due course, but in comes Usama Mir, wrapped on the pads, and appeal in hope rather than in judgment in that one. It was a rather unconvincing call, and unsurprisingly waved away. Long on, long off. It's looking to rock back and cut it, but it ends up just bunting it back to the bowler. 2 other men out on the leg side. Familiar figure of Sikandar Raza in the shadow of the Graham Hick Pavilion. Bale's whipped off, but back foot is down. Good bit of glove work. Just feel with Raza actually in the past couple of weeks, the more focus that's on him, the more he relishes it, doesn't he?
He's loved it, hasn't he?
Big time. He is absolutely blockbuster. Slower this time, and just pushed into the offside. 58 for 9. I think the quiet is because they're just waiting for it to come to its logical conclusion.
Amazing game.
And that's hurried him a little bit. Turned as well.
Googly, I think.
Yeah.
This is the best he's bowled for Worcestershire, I think. This armour. Fullest, certainly. Confident. Keep thinking back to that Ben Allison delivery, you know, they got Sam Billings. Was that a turning point?
It was,
yes. Jaffa, wasn't it?
Floated up there, but it's met on the full, so drilled down the ground. Absolutely, yeah, it's a good over. 59 for 9 from 14.
4 overs, 2 wickets, for just 14 runs.
Yeah. 4 overs, 2 for 14, a fantastic effort. But going back to Ben Allison, I think it was really important because he's been leaky in this competition. And in fairness to him, very talented young cricketer, is that he's only played a handful of T20 games. And to come on first change and look really dangerous, bowl a couple of absolute jaffers. There's a big thickish outside edge for one as well. He could have been.
And Sam Billings has been in really good form, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's a play and a miss of the highest order. And that might end things, and it does.
Oh my goodness!
Well, he just sauntered through. There was a single all day long, but somehow the Kent innings has come to a farcical end. It's been a bit of a disaster from start to finish, to be honest. And unbelievably, Worcestershire Rapids, it's a monumentally big margin for such a small chase.
What a silly way for it to end as well. What a silly way for it to end. A swing and a miss, they run a by, he saunters through, fielder at short third man picks the ball up, throws the stumps down at the non-striker's end, and he's just walking and he hasn't got in. Absolutely extraordinary. Worcestershire have won.
Spitfires bowled out for just 59 runs. Worcestershire Rapids win
Well,
by 8.
for the second time here at New Road, Frank, we've seen a Worcestershire Rapids side leave the field of play to rapturous applause.
Winning by 83 runs. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And a farcical way for it to finish.
And look, let's be honest, these Rapids players, they'd be wishing for a longer format. It's been cut by 2 games, but this side on a roll under the new guidance of Adam Hose. But what a phenomenal bowling performance, and we'll give you the tail of the tape in a little bit, but let's just give Adam Hose and his side, and of course Sikandar Raza on his way back to international duty, his last game for the Rapids this season at least. And it's a standing ovation for this Rapids side. And it has been a demolition job with the ball. Only Matt Waite without a wicket to his name. He bowled 1 over, none for 5. So even he did his job really. But Kent, 59 all out. Only 2 players making double figures. Joe Denley made 10. Zach Crawley, 13. Both succumbed to high quality spin bowling. Matt Taylor, 3 overs, 1 for 18. Matt Waite, 1 over, none for 5. Allison, 2 overs, 2 for 9. Raza, 3 overs, 2 for 8. Sama Mia, 4 overs, 2 for 14. D'Oliveira, 1.1 over, 1 for. Just an astonishing performance from this Rapid side. Spitfire fans will just be thinking, what on earth happened here today? We knew it was a tricky deck to bat on. We knew it was going to be, well, we thought maybe 170 was par on this surface. We were well off it, weren't we, Frank?
Unbelievable. Well, there's a few things to say. Let's keep it all in perspective. Worcestershire probably knew a bit more about this pitch than Kent. They would have batted, I reckon, if they'd have won the toss. They were put in and they probably weren't too bothered about that. They may still have thought they were 15 or 20 short. I think we'd have liked to see them get 170, something like that. But I said at the start of the innings, they would have been in that huddle, the Worcestershire players, and they would have said, look guys, it's not a great score, but we know how difficult it is to bat out there. And so it proved, and both sides bowled really well. I think the Worcestershire spinners were exceptional. The difference between the sides was that partnership for the fourth wicket between Sikandar Raza and Adam Hose. I think the Ben Allison delivery that got rid of Sam Billings was a turning point, because it just kind of knocked the stuffing out of Kent after they'd lost a couple of early wickets, but Billings is a key man. And thereafter, I also have to say I think Kent contributed to their own downfall in quite spectacular fashion. 2 run-outs, for example. Worcestershire saw the gap, the door was open, if you like, and the door was ajar, should I say, and they kicked it wide open. Brilliant spin bowling, good catching, and they've kept their hopes alive. But Kent will not have had many worse days than that in this competition. First time they've ever played Worcestershire, and it won't be one they forget very quickly.
Well, there's another key game going on in that race for third place in our group. Glamorgan 13 without loss from 1.5 overs against Warwickshire Bears, Birmingham Bears I should say, 184 for 4 they made. And it's next a trip to Cardiff for this Rapid side as they take on Glamorgan on Sunday. We are going to be back here at New Road on Friday as Gloucester are our visitors rather. And if they can keep this momentum going, Frank, then there's every chance that this Rapid side could find their way into a quarter-final berth. Plenty still to do, but if they keep this momentum up, who knows? It's been a real joy to bring you coverage of this, highly eventful game of T20 cricket. And thanks to Mel Farrell, who came to join us. Wonderful company as always. Thanks to Frank Watson. And I've been Jim Dale. We will see you again soon.